界の断り、世界の青の見つめる人のもとで、私は誰あなたは誰？あなたは私じゃない。私は誰なの？それでも私は進むしかない。守りたいものがあるから。何もない私にも大切なものがあるから。守るべき人と明日のため、私の青との手にして歩む。涙こぼさないように見上げ、白い自由に全て委ね、導かれる未来の先へ。 しかない。守りたいものがあるから。何もない私にも大切なものがあるから。守るべき人と明日のため、私の青との手にして歩む。涙こぼさないように見上げ、白い自分に全て委ね、導かれる未来の先へ。
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Texas BBCF Online number 15. I can't believe we've done 15 of these. There is a lot of Texans in Texas that we can Texan up a bracket.
Texaning all over the place.
Yeah, we're Texaning all over the place. We have a special lineup today of commentators, more than normal. And yeah, who is here?
Go
Hello,
first, Dark Souls 2.
I'm the greatest Souls game ever, Dark Souls 2. The freaking I am the whole video game. They just brought the entire one here.
Yeah, about 25 gigabytes worth of content right there for commentating game.
That's a lot, actually.
And I'm Yellow Jacket Karaguchi. You just call me Carl for short. I'm the little wasp guy. I hope I don't sting my commentators tonight.
You're right next to me, so thanks, by the way. Despite my name being Hounds, I am a rabbit with a pancake on my head because someone put it on my head. Nice to meet everyone.
I like how it doesn't explain why you're not like a hound. It just explains why there's a pancake on your head.
Yeah, actually.
Because someone decided to like be a cruel person and put it on my head where my hands can't reach. Isn't that great?
And just informed you.
Yeah.
Alright.
The origin of this BFP is a video just playing like Metroid music over it and it just flashes in the screen. It's one of my favorite videos of all time.
I can't believe you're so bun over, but soon we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. We'll be so right back.
Bruh.
Alright, I do think we got people lined up already. Actually, wait, are they in here? Yeah, they are in here, okay.
Yeah, no, they're in here. They're ready.
They're ready to go.
They all good to start whenever.
Yeah.
There we go.
It looks like it would be Rachel versus Kokonoe.
The cat versus the bat. The wind versus the gravity. The science versus... Does Rachel use magic? Or is it drive?
It's
This
magic.
sounds like an uncomfortable matchup. Oh, this would be a bit
Oh,
jump scare.
Yeah, I imagine that
This-
science can gun down her pretty well, I guess. Maybe?
Now this is a matchup I could see being a lot less weird, because I was imagining Kokonoe versus Rachel. I was like, oh, so the winds are fighting the magnetism with the gravitons. That's gonna be interesting.
Then no.
This will be a lot more normal.
Yeah, I could see gravitons making it very volatile, so Dabi didn't want to play into it. Immediate neutral.
Start with.
No more neutral.
Ooh.
Maybe did.
But you're unfortunately holding Rachel pressure, so.
There we go. Yeah, I respect that.
What's the game?
Back
Okay, putting on the aggression here. I think that's the right call. I don't think placing Steins will get you too much here, but Moo does in fact have the kit to rush down, but not if you get hit and are currently locked down.
Yeah.
And there
George.
comes
George. Love George. Just moving his
Being
light
very
pressure.
patient on defense. It did not work out.
Yeah. Magnolia, they're trying to avoid the DP. They didn't go for much risk, just 5v lightning staff, 5v lightning staff.
Okay, now this seems more like the play here, because Moo's buttons are actually pretty good. Although they do have a downside, but you could play her like a rushdown and just run in.
She is apparently a Shoto. People have told me this character doesn't exist in my brain, so people have told me she's a Shoto apparently.
I wouldn't say it's too accurate, but you could play her like that. But ooh, that was a smart play. overhead into the late first bait at attempt to overdrive, or just to get out.
Yeah.
That was a pretty dominant first game there.
PS2 a bit louder, adjusted.
Dude,
or...
Jahvhn's just trying to make me silent. Turn me up.
Jahvhn's trying to silence you. No way.
Like, hold up.
He's just trying to freaking make me zero volume.
Make me louder. I'm like not even talking.
Alright. Oh, it doesn't seem like Dabi is ready to make the approach here. There might be some matchup unfamiliarity here at the moment. Ooh, the cat chair. It is 5-frame guard point. That thing's legit.
Why does that happen? Well, that's a really good starter too. If counter starter, you can get some game and just get some damage.
Oh my god, the bar a 6C? I didn't quite work out in the end, but that was impressive bravery there.
Overdrive's coming out.
Yeah. I think it was like kind of panic overdrive because like they just saw they saw Dabi squirmed out and they were low on silver, so they wanted down fast.
Oh, J2C, that's a big hit, but unfortunately it drops. That was a very good bait, but the Stein automatically comes out and really ruins the punish. Okay, playing more patient here. Oh, that was the right idea, wrong button, and they almost paid for it, but I think this burst was a really good call. Keeping Rachel locked down, but not quite, is a very smart idea. You do not want to give her an inch.
Yeah, so
she will take the game.
Nice. Oh, drops it. Very basic pressure, trying to avoid that DP.
Keeping it simple, counting for DP, and that was a very dominant set. It looks like there was some unfamiliarity there.
Probably,
they played very defensive, which I think is very smart. And I do like the Mu choice over Kokonoi there. I don't think Kokonoi is necessarily that great in the matchup from what I hear and have seen, and can only imagine. With Mu, you can play a lot more of a like normal guy game into Rachel.
Yeah. You can have signs to fall back on.
Yeah, that too. Especially once you start pressure, keeping Rachel locked down is #1. And while Mu might not have the greatest mix out there long term, she does have good pressure.
Oh yeah.
So that was like a really good choice, and I think with some like practice and ironing out, like more familiar with the character and the game, that would have looked a lot different.
Yeah. Just missing a few key confirms here and there, like the 6C confirm in the corner wasn't the best to capitalize on for getting signs down. I don't blame.
It might have been a misinput DP.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not certain on the input. Oh, Daze rated you.
Daze?
Yo, that's good, fam.
Oh, I have to really lock in on the commentary.
Apparently my thing
Don't worry,
did not.
here's a good match for you to commentate. Kune versus Amane.
Oh
Two
yeah,
very common characters
I am most familiar with.
Don't worry, I played Amane, I got this. Leave this
Oh,
to
my
me.
game might have crashed on that one. Does anybody have a backup stream real quick?
I can go ahead and get you.
I got you.
Oh, you got it?
You got
Okay,
me? Thank
cool.
you. Wonderful.
My shadow thing did not work, but I hope you had a good stream, man.
Alright.
Thank you for the raid.
This is weird. I think Amane's buttons are good for catching like Arcane's pretty floaty movement, but I have trouble saying this is good for Amane when there is the all-encompassing equalizer that is first OT. But I never
If
want
you
to go
get
catch it.
touched, you don't have
You're
as much
so
time.
fucking doomed. And Amane has really bad defensive options on top of the immediate overdrive.
But in a lockdown, he's kind of reliant on that 5A mash to just freaking rob the game, because he does actually have a slower jump than average, I believe at 5 frame freedom. So it can be easier to get locked down depending on your pressure. But unfortunately we have a hit in and first started. It's over now. We'll see what's
Getting really close.
Generally, long buttons are not an enjoyable thing for Kune to deal with, but locks in on the hit, Kune will have to block.
I like that adaptation there. And just had delayed the 5 wake up because earlier Counterpoint represented that he would backdash and wake up. Oh.
Yeah, very good adaptation, but unfortunately we're back in curse.
Good block. Oh.
Very good blocks that eventually get opened up. The combo drop, so it's gonna stay here. We're getting a lot of good hits. Here's a confirm into it. I was gonna say, we need to confirm those hits. Long buttons, Kuni is not a fan of. You gotta make sure it hurt. That was very clean.
Yep. First round going to Angel.
Yeah,
Or
either
they just have a
character
massive
getting
comeback
touched here is not gonna be a good time.
Catches JD right in the air. I think
I like
Amane
the
has long
progression.
buttons for canceling Arcune, but Arcune has a lot of ways to vary his movement. No!
Oh.
No.
Damn you!
Is it for
Damn,
everybody?
shitty
Is there
Zach.
anybody still in to see this match?
Damn you, shitty Zach.
Chick, are you there? Earth the Chick?
I think Chick perished.
I think that might have been why the lobby blew up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Time for a cute little fireside chat with the chat. How are you doing, chat? You doing alright, chat? First time commenting and being mean, is he? No, you should be mean. He learns through negative reinforcement.
Exactly.
I think I'm alive. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, is it?
I think it was
It
me.
logged you out, so I think it is on
That
your
was me.
side. And
Dang it.
if we restart that match, do we skip the first round? Does anybody remember where the overdrive gauge was for both sides, though, if we try to do something like that? Or do we just start from beginning if both players are fine with that?
Neither one had that game on the
I
other.
feel like we could
Sure.
start from round 2, but just whatever.
I think
For-
Angel Cat had overdrive, and I think Counterpoints might have had like 6. I forget. I think that might have been where it was at.
Actually, if someone else could host the room, just in case, that way it won't blow up
Yeah.
everyone. Because I think
Uh,
someone else was telling me
Got it.
there's storms going around in the area, and it seems to be messing up the internet for people somehow.
Okay, so
DQ the TO!
What?
between okay,
What
so
the
that
heck,
means
Jahvahn?
Texan.
Bro, I hate Texas.
So wait, Kara, where are you from then? You
No, I'm in
Texan?
San Antonio.
San Antonio. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
it's lighter here, but it is drizzling.
Okay. In that
Hans, do
case,
you have a Dark Souls PvP? Are you truly Dark Souls 1?
I'll stream since I'm closer to Texas than I believe Dark Souls 2 is, or I'll host. I can try hosting.
Okay, I've added friends.
I'll try.
That'll be an easier way to post lobby.
I'm gonna create the room.
DQ Thunder at comms? What?
I'm making the room.
I told them to be mean to me.
Why?
It's how I learn. I need proper criticism, right? And I'll master commentary.
Okay, create room. What I get to link in the chat. Y'all got my swaggless room.
But saying DQ
Swagalicious
off comms
room.
it isn't criticism. It's just telling you to get off.
Look. It's affectionate. He'll type affection in the chat, trust.
Wait, is that you?
Everyone's gonna type /serious.
The slash.
Links in stream chat.
The hater energy from Reborn.
Welcome.
If my commentary sucks, we can actually blame Derp, because I read through Derp's advice before commentating.
True. Everything is Derp's fault.
Yep, everybody can blame Derp. Everybody blame Derp in the chat.
Zam. Toxicity.
From the comms,
Go.
we're supposed to be be partial, or not? We're supposed to like.
Wait,
Be, like
no,
Impartial.
I am very
Impartial.
partial. I am very. If Jahvahn is on here, especially when he's on stream, that dude's getting cooked.
Are you telling me that this isn't a professional tournament?
This is a very professional tournament, just not when
Nope.
Jahvah's on stream.
It's a professional anti-Javon tournament.
It's a
There you
professional anti-Jahvahn tournament.
go.
Where are you guys
That dude needs to
partial?
be
I'm
shoved
old.
in a locker.
Oh, you're whole? Damn, man. I'm not
Yeah.
there yet. I'm sorry. I'm working on it.
So they're gonna be starting from round 2.
Round
Okay.
2.
Round 2 game 1.
Jojo will
you,
take
Matt.
round 1, and then we'll continue from there.
Okay. Yeah, so I've heard matchups like Nu and Lambda are hell for Arakuni to deal with. So I'm only imagining that Mane's not quite there, but he should still do a solid job. It's just oh, game crash again.
Did it?
It's still
For
going
me.
for me. I still have the
I'll
stream up.
use your stream.
Okay, there we go.
You don't
Okay.
like me.
Ooh.
I'm
Or
gonna
it keywords me.
watch on that. I think if you capitalize well on just zoning him out, getting those hits, I imagine Arcane wouldn't have too good of a time. Okay, we immediately get level 3 drill. That
Well,
is a
round 1
very,
run
very
going
strong
to Angel Cat.
Yeah.
round 1. Okay.
Yeah, they're starting from R2.
Oh, that's why.
We're doing a combo video.
Alt lies in California. They make things expensive to cause me to crash out. Everybody flame derp in the chat. Now we're on round 2. We'll see.
Alright.
Oh, now we're
I
gaming.
feel like just zoning out would be a good way.
Now our
So-
competitors are playing for real.
Yeah. Who has the best way to chip out from a distance would be my first thought. We're seeing
Amane kind
some-
of has to go in to get chip is the problem. He has to like create. He has to like try and lock his opponent down and then set up drill and then like get it.
Did get level 3 drill
The
here
bugs,
though.
the insects, the swarm.
Yeah, which is running out the drill unfortunately here.
It's still in like halfway through too. It's still quite a bit of drill.
That's curse. There's been nothing but curse this round and not quite gonna build more curse. That curse is still going to Carl be gone.
Nice counter.
But this is level 2 drill against Kune. Impressively manages the jump out despite Kune's jumps. And takes the round.
J2B.
Oh, that 5C anti-air was very, very smart there.
How good is 5G here? I was like unsure about it.
It's got surprisingly low recovery. Its weakness is long startup, but it's not a bad button at all. It functions in anti-air. That thing whiffs, you'll see them press it again. And as we saw there, it won an RPS failure. Now the round's starting to be pretty dominant in the situations after. Kune Curse is nothing to laugh at. And this is a terrible situation to be in. But you get him blocking, start your pressure, and ooh, that could have been a fail. Actually, I think that was smart because the curse bugs were coming. Oh, but speaking of. Every moment I believe Kune is out of block stun, correct me if I'm wrong here, I believe he can spawn bugs. And that makes overdrive pretty threatening.
Yeah.
If you create enough of a gap, he can just summon a bug, and if you trade or block at the wrong time, he just turns the situation around. Overdrive with backdash is insane.
Call it a
Getting
bug, eh?
First hit,
Okay.
a bug A. Ooh, blue beating, most likely to try to avoid any Amane shenanigans.
Oh, that's first.
Get curse.
Just trying to be jumpy and avoid, waste as much time as possible.
No D.
Oh, okay, I'll waste it out. What's your next move, JA?
In a way, Amane's over is kind of like
overhead.
He just walked up in 6 right?
That was 2C into 6A with RT.
Oh, now he's just
More
walking up.
curse than that is the moment you get touched by Kune. You are just guessing left, rights everywhere. And that's if he doesn't just do his unreactable 50-50 high-lows.
It is maybe the only knockdown Dick stronger in the game that knockdowns, debatably.
I don't think there's any mixes as strong as Curse in the game.
Yeah.
Especially if you know how to do recurve routes, which I don't think we're gonna see any
The
here.
bug super.
Oh my
Big
god,
bug.
we're actually
Big bug.
we're seeing
Yo,
monsters
that
pick
bug
up.
was big.
That was
Big bug
a
is so
very dominant set against the Mane here.
Yeah.
You can't give
Do well.
Une anything. You could be swinging the round in your favor, but suddenly you get touched. You lose most of your health bar trying to get through Curse, and you just can only make one more mistake after that.
Yeah, it's like that that I think poem. If you give a mouse a cookie, then he'll want like a drink, and then he'll want a chair to sit on. You can't give the mouse anything. Don't give the Kune anything.
Don't give the... It's not too
Did you-
different from Rachel we mentioned earlier, where having good pressure against Rachel matters a lot. It
Yeah.
can matter as much or more than having good mix.
Can I see an edit of the book that says if you give a Kune a curse?
If you give a Kune a curse, he'll ask for knockdown, and then he'll ask for an invisibility to mix you with.
Okay, Susan versus Hazuma. This is a matchup where no matter who you ask, they're gonna say they're having a bad time.
This is just Dex versus Strength build in Dark Souls. See, I'm really topical. I'm good at this.
What?
So
Look,
topical.
part of my advice is not to yap about a different video game. I'm resisting.
Yeah, Hazuma's gonna be rolling a lot. Rolling means chains, you know.
I have to hold back, but I don't think either side is ever happy about anything going on in this matchup. You'll have Hazuma's complaining about Susan 2C. You'll have Susan complaining about their movement versus Hazuma chains, where you want to be moving around mobile, not blocking it.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
that
it's Chris from Deltarune.
Yo!
No flippin' way. Let's see what the round start is. Classic. J back. And
Push for reset.
momentum. Yeah.
Enhanced overhead
Oh,
start.
not drawing seals in this time. Yeah, currently
Oh,
just
engine.
getting snowballed after using their burst. At least he's early enough to get it back, but this combo's a lot of damage and the round's pretty much over. Yep.
Not
Isn't
quite.
gonna
He's a
quite
little bit
kill,
left.
but yeah, the man grab. Guess for game 50-50.
What will thou do? Don't give this nigga cookie. Don't give this nigga cookie. Yeah, 5
Oh, yeah, no, this is gonna be a very snowball matchup. Either side gets their pressure running. Oh, you can have it turned around, actually.
Oh,
That was a
wait.
very good jump over the DP. Susan does have DP seal, so it's not the worst now. That is the seal you want to unlock.
Now he has
Pretty
command
much
grabs,
any character.
which might be a little cheeky about that. Nice farm.
Yeah, we do have a God Press. Are we gonna see a God Press used on the table here? It requires a certain amount of respect.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, that was a really good DP to anti-air after the chain.
First there, I don't...
Oh,
Read the future on that neutral skip 6V.
Yup. Oh, and
Read the future on that grab.
classic. Chickzama classic. I'm sure we'll see a lot of those every time Chickzama streams. He just loves to go for team to air throw. I wonder if we'll see some adjustment in time from Kua here with Susano.
I think Kua had those 5Bs, but I could very easily see Chick adapting to the 5Bs and being more wary at the distance and respectful.
I
Because
think
5B for its length is a very good counter hit starter into the damage.
yeah, and I've seen even like Susans do it after like a blockchain and they read correctly to get those hits in
Yeah.
and just snowball from it. Once you get seals, Susan's going to be doing pretty well. Especially as you blocking as Hazuma. You just win off that. Oh, I do not know about that first. That first is at the end of the combo.
Cross up, full combo.
Chick is just keeping the momentum up.
Nice juicy to get out of the ice.
Okay, I need to draw a steal. We got a hedgehog steal on the table.
Susan has a lot of help to just deal with Hazuma's hits, even though Hazuma can be a high damage character, but yeah, not quite enough to make the wrong reads.
Not quite. I think what would be better here is trying to hold that overdrive on the table to try to turn these hits into
Yeah,
being
or an
burst.
alternative, using overdrive to get seals faster, so you can just Cosmo with these.
Exactly. But currently, we're just seeing snowballs after snowballs. Oh, wow. Using Slight working to his disadvantage there. He's getting hit really early on his mashes.
Can't even punish it. Messed up. I need.
All of these back dashes are very good mid-range. I do not want to hold that.
Nice read on Jason.
Overhead.
Ooh,
Nice anti-air.
2C hitting behind. How's it feel, Susano?
How's it feel?
Probably got a taste of his own medicine.
He got a taste of his own medicine.
For me, also nice 2-0 from Chickzama there. For me, the big 2C that hits behind is my 2C. I feel that 2C in my bones.
That one definitely hits behind. There's a lot of 2Cs that hit behind.
Not mine.
Especially
Mine
if
sucks.
Yeah, fair enough. If you press buttons, you'll see a lot of 2Cs hitting behind, because a lot of buttons in this game extend hurt boxes far.
True. I'm just playing Hawkman because Hawkman's
Especially,
terrible.
look, especially in a matchup like this,
Yeah,
with
where Hosma's
Hazama.
flying around.
Hazama's like J2C extends his hurt box super far. You can get crazy interactions, and then you have Susan 2C that already hits behind him.
Yeah.
You combine those two, you can get some insane hits.
Is Carl out? I
Is
see
Carl out,
you,
chatters?
Kwame.
Kiwami, why do you care? You're from fucking Chile. Why,
You're
why do you,
from
why do you-
Carland.
Wait, is there a bunch of Carls in Chile? What the fuck?
There's freaking
Yeah.
in like South America, they've got like every freaking character that everybody else complains
Busted.
about. Every character
Yeah,
you
they
don't
got,
want to see.
they got Izanami, they got Carl, they got Arakune.
My thing
You will
working.
see
Hold on.
Rachel. You will see. I've seen Arakune mirrors. I've been uploading the replay theater, a bunch of Brazilian tournaments. I have seen Arakune mirrors in like half of them. I'm not kidding.
Honestly, good for
It's
them.
what inspired me to start playing Nami, because I stopped feeling battle playing a top tier when I saw what the fucking South Americans were going through.
They have phenomenal character variety.
They-
and
I
very
will say
strong
it.
players.
They pick good characters, y'all. NA does not pick good characters. I'm just saying.
No, we just pick who we like. We
I
pick
picked
who's
Falcon.
fun.
That character's really good. I don't know what you guys are talking
Okay, you're
Fair
right.
enough.
I should read Jahvahn
Falcon's a
Counterpoint
pretty good
next.
character.
about. Falcon's a very good character in my opinion.
Oh yeah, he is.
I
Well,
play
the Rachel
Hakumen,
grind.
Nami, Valkenheim. I play one mid tier. Let me have one mid tier as a treat. I get one mid tier as a treat.
One mid-tier
Every
is
Hazama player has a
treat.
Terami
Green
secondary.
Hoffman, what the heck? 48
If every Hazama player can have a Terami secondary, I get to have a mid tier secondary. All right.
Damn, fair
That's
enough.
fair.
Look, you made the smart choice of like Valkenheim main, or at least I'm assuming main here, because I
Yeah.
don't think anybody wants to sub that character on Earth. That's like that's just like being like, okay, I'm gonna have like 2 part-time jobs here, and then I'm just gonna randomly pick like the hardest full-time job ever. But like,
No,
it'll just be the side
Valken's like
channel.
really high maintenance. That's why playing Hakumen is like kind of relaxing. But no, because Hakumen is very much just like press buttons, do big damage.
Yeah, that's a pretty strong sub to
But
have.
Valkenheim is like some like abacus type shit. But then you get knocked down in corner, and oh my god, it's so easy. Oh, it's so easy. It's so great.
Guys, donate to the
Just
Rancherino. We have
Just
$20
5-8,
already in
5-8,
there.
5-8, and then high-low. It's so easy.
Donate to the Metrino, everybody.
Donate to the Metrino.
Players need to
Please,
play with
please.
$3 on the line.
There's more than $3.
Yeah, we have $20.
The
Yeah,
Lazy
and
players
you
are
can-
making bank, bro.
You can like donate for free. I earned that shit that we can
Join
donate
the
for free
dude.
now.
Don't do it.
Brother.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Jahvahn,
Go redeem those free
do it.
codes. There's 43 codes
Jahvahn.
left. There's 43 codes that you can redeem.
Yeah.
I don't have free. What? What?
Thank you, Jahvahn, because you were about to get roasted even harder.
Man, this is a real Scrimlow Limbo matchup, isn't it?
For anybody who may not have seen that, Jahvahn was hovering over Platinum the Trinity.
That seems targeted.
It was targeted. Okay, Kokonoi versus Arcane. I wonder how Graviton would interact in a matchup like this. But we might not get to see it, as Kune here gets the first hit, Counterpoint getting the lead. But it turns around. Everybody in Texas has faced off many times, so...
Is this guess for game? Is this a Super Bowl guess for game?
This is Super Ball. This is... You're guessing for your life right now. You guess wrong, but he drops it. Ooh, that was a mean 2A catch right on the landing. Most things Kune does have landing recovery. Like, a lot of his stuff will die on landing. That is a big weakness of it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Oh, first thing that does not want to block Kokonoe, even if there's no 50 meter on the table. He's there with
actually, the
frame
top on
speed.
like the Graviton dragged him into the Power Bunker.
That stage.
No, very impressive by Jahvahn.
But Jahvahn currently gonna run some offense here that might just be guess for game again. Oh! Just
Nice
going for
defense.
speed, hoping you don't block. Counterpoint actually in.
You're dead.
Yeah, this might be it, unless Jahvahn drops it. Let's see.
You just tried to hex him. You just tried
That
to
was an
straight up hex
incredibly
him.
clean throw tech and just guessed right on throw tech RPS right away and stole it.
You just tried to
Just
hex
immediately
Jahvahn.
overwhelmed.
Yeah, Jinx Jahvahn.
But character select.
We're taking
I
the
mean, I
moment.
can see it. Character
We're
select
taking
to
a
think about
breather.
it for 5 seconds.
I think that is a good call. This is a crazy matchup already to me. I don't think I've actually
Oh my
seen
god.
it played.
So quick update. We got a $30 donation from Low-Key Ajax and a $50 donation from Energizer, so we're at $103 right now.
Oh, Energizer, my goat.
Have
Stakes
you
have never been
The other
higher.
52, I didn't catch the name. I'm sorry.
Have you
Have-
ever won a
This
lock
is a
that?
freaking stacked bracket money.
have you played Blaze Blue Central Fiction with $100 on the line?
$100. This is serious business now. Everybody lock in.
Well, so
Come on,
yeah.
if you pick a sub, I'm going to freaking make fun of you for the rest of my life.
Jahvahn would say something like, I will use only 1% of my power to give you a chance at the money.
He's gonna say that with a Curly profile picture.
The
Curly
blocks are
Jahvahn
actually
is dominating
insane.
that round. He wants that $100.
Oh, yeah.
He's playing with it on the line.
You gotta be way more defensive in this matchup.
Oh,
Oh.
Big throw. Okay, what will he do? Is he gonna set up Super Ball? Okay, what's gonna be the mix? Standard left, right, but he dropped it twice in a row. When they trying to escape that
Oh,
ball
the-
spot. Currently flying around. Doesn't seem like... Yeah, Counterpoint didn't seem like he had an idea of how to approach that situation with that HP. Any hit was aim, and he just got clipped trying. But currently being more aggressive on round 30. Not being right into it.
Ugh.
This is Kokonoe, everybody. But you know, if Kune gets that hit, you're gonna see a lot worse.
What will he?
But will he is the question.
You get Super
Counterpoint
Ball.
does have first on the table, but he has to use it immediately. It's still not impossible if, yeah, Counterpoint gets that hit. He does not drop this combo even with... Ooh, it drops.
Looking very scary. Oh, Curse is online.
Curse online,
Nice.
and Jahvahn guessed correctly enough time.
Give the look curve left for another knockdown.
Right near the end. But he has more chances.
Oh, she flew away!
Hold on.
Oh.
I did not know it had vertical in it. Jahvahn played that very well, moving right out of it and getting a stray hit into winning that round.
Graviton plus Super Bowl and neutral is a great way to just say stop moving.
That is a fantastic way to say, you don't get to play neutral anymore, and your HP makes anything 10 times more threatening.
But once again, let's not like downplay the situation. Kune was still on the screen. Kune still almost won off of one good curse hit, so you know.
Absolutely. But
There are no heroes.
There are no heroes. Jahvahn did a very good job of blocking out that curse. That might be the familiarity with both the player and matchups, and well,
Yeah.
everybody here is locals, and they play a ton. I see Counterpoint and Jahvahn usually pinging and fighting each other decently often in that matchmaking chat. So, very, very impressive blocks there. If you lower that curse, while Kune does have routes to recurse you right after, you'd have to do a lot of memorization and practice to actually get those down. So if you block enough out, you take one full curse combo, you at least are no longer cursed. Worst you deal with is dealing with Arcane pressure again, but without curse. And best case scenario, you're just out in neutral with no curse bar. Playing it patient, blocking it out like Jahvahn did, no reversals, very smart. But up next we have Frankie versus Chickzama. This is a matchup I am all too familiar with. All too familiar with, as it has haunted every single Platinum player for their entire life.
You're a Hosmo player, right, DS2?
Oh, don't accuse me of this.
Wow, what are you trying to say?
Between like being a platinum
Oh, well,
player,
it died.
if you're a Blaze player, you're playing some scummy shit. I don't know what to tell you. No!
Ripozo. Did the whole
This-
room blow up or just me?
It was just you.
It was just you.
Targeted!
Everything is your fault.
Attack.
Man.
Room saw Hazama and said no, blow up the room.
They actually did.
Get him out.
My little goober. Okay, there we go.
He didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, this matchup is very interesting.
How do you feel about this matchup, DS2?
How item dependent is
I
this
would
matchup?
personally place it at just like a 5.5 Hazama favor, but nothing worse. I feel like every other Platinum player would say significantly worse. It's very hard to approach this matchup because you don't quite have the buttons of other characters like Ragna or Jin, where you can have disjoints that make it harder for him to 5A and things. You can get anti-aired by that 5A anytime.
Yeah.
Stuff like that makes your buttons really awkward to use, but you have fantastic movement like Swallow Moon and Pogo and other tools. If you use them well, you can pull off some crazy shenanigans. Let's see what Frankie does for today.
Great item start.
Well, if you get Cat Hammer, but looks like we're going to get it round start. But will we get time to draw it, or will we get snowballed?
Well, you're recording a Cosmo, so everything will online now.
Yep, we're seeing a lot of IVs on the end of Frankie, but he gets clipped. Might not have known how plus F2 he was on Overdrive Raid. And a command grab.
No.
No, not quite.
Oh, try to go for the overhead.
I believe that was a JC trying to bait a counter assault, but Frankie just got hit raw and immediately tried using the Cat Hammer. Not a bad choice with some flip though, but didn't work out.
Yeah, Cat Hammer normally, I would imagine, covers a lot of space to deal with Cosmo getting in, but Chick just found the perfect angle after with Cat Hammer recovery and the second kill.
Yep, it's got a lot of dead zones. There's usage of Pogo right away. Generally, ground Pogo isn't as effective as you might think, but it can work.
Yeah, just any movement to like throw Cosmo.
Fantastic use of 214D to anti-air there.
I think the key here is just keep moving, because like the more you move, the harder it's rocking if you're not Cosmo to lock you down with the chain.
Okay, he might try to draw 2 super items with that. Got both super bombs and super Cat Hammer on table.
You have 6 bombs to lock down Omnis we can't get away with. That's really good.
Yeah, this is phenomenal, both for neutral and pressure. If used properly, don't let him out, snowball him down.
La Bomba.
Hazama's defense pretty infamous. Oh, attempt at a purple throw. Also, that combo could have just killed it, but Cat Hammer takes it anyways. Drawing 2 super items, more bust than anybody can imagine. If it's a good RNG, but Presence round start is rather terrible.
Okay, I like that forward roll. I like that forward roll since he got caught with a backdash for the overhead.
Very good choice. And a hard car hit.
It's a little risky, but it worked out. But corner Hazu is gonna hurt a lot. And I think you're not quite, you're like 2 guesses for game. 2 guesses for game. No, that's guess for game. Yeah, perfect.
That would be it. Interesting hard car
so
there.
smart.
The dash momentum.
Chickzama has been using a lot of those cheeky
Yeah,
Chickzama's going to go those cheeky supers.
Yeah, Chickzama joins him. Has a life lead massively here. If he wants to, he can just play it defensive. Super bombs though will make that hard, but he gets the grind.
Yeah. I initially thought that Frankie was going for what's the spin super called?
CDT with Pure Dot Typhoon.
CDT because he saw the chain coming in.
That Maybe,
but I'm
but
pretty
I don't.
sure at that range of chain, the Chickzama could have just pressed A and broken it, or chain break.
Yeah, there's a lot of options. That super flash makes it pretty hard to use that way. Presence round sword again, bad luck, but it's not impossible to play without. Unfortunately, look at this snowball down here.
Loopy just get like the Venom Sword moves.
White and gets hit right after the overdrive. Frankie's a big fan of these ODs, but it's not quite working out.
Frankie's also a big fan of jumping in the corner and Chick caught onto that with the overhead follow-up.
Yeah, jumping is a pretty good idea, but
Well,
not
it's
if
also
on.
really good against Ozma because the first idea you're given to Rekka is the jump, so you can avoid the problem.
Out of chains, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let's see if Frankie can adjust in time. He might get his overdrive back this round before things go wrong. Poe goes through but doesn't capitalize on it. Bit too much recovery to do so. Oh, flipped that is not projectile invul whatsoever. Hard card is very risky and neutral, but not impossible to use. A drop right into a wonderful headache.
I'm reading a command grab right now. I'm still reading command grab. I didn't punish that. I'm fine. You punished
Oh,
that.
you could have punished that, but not quite familiar enough. Oh, that's the Chickzama. It's going to happen, but it drops it. Okay,
Let's
that
go
was
for a grab there. I think I'll make up with that fast being auto.
Yeah, I believe Frankie does still raw tech, so that was most likely an attempt at trying to read a empty jump throw.
Hey man, oh you pressed your Windows key?
A Windows key like twice. Rest in peace. But once again, we're seeing a lot of sets so far that are just snowballing in one side's favor. People are getting their offense running, and the other side just can't keep up. They're not making the escapes yet, and they're not adjusting in other ways that might save them more in neutral yet so far.
Yeah.
Frankie doing his best there, but what I think he lacks is a lot of familiarity there and like a plan. He needs more of a game plan at the moment. I would say he's generally getting an item, trying to use it instantly, regardless of what item it may be, and when it's not the best item, like Presence, he doesn't know quite what to do other than get rid of it. But he was still making things work. The plays like drawing the Super Cat Hammer, I think were a very good idea. To just be like, I don't like this current item I have, I'm gonna skip straight to the next one that does way better in the matchup. Those plays are really good. It's really good game sense to just be actually paying attention to your items enough and your meter. Just be like, hey, I need to turn this around now.
Okay, good. I was wondering how long you could be having on Platinum considering our next match is almost up.
Yep. And on that note, I am yapping a lot. We have two commentators that are currently going back and forth. This might be awkward to say mid commentary, but should I tone it down a bit so we can have all three commentators talking? I don't mean to drown you out there, Kara.
I can't speak for Kara.
Nah, you're chill.
Okay, making sure.
I like exclamating when something hype happens. You're very good at filling the dead air that would otherwise be there.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but I could overdo it and potentially
Now
just drown
feeling
everybody else
great.
out, so I'm trying to go silent sometimes, let other people have a chance.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
We're a happy little trio.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
think
and up next for this next game we have Haas and KillerKitty
Haas,
up for winner semis.
Who was by the server just declared stupid.
Us going for Izayoi here instead of Kagura?
No, right,
no?
we declared him gay. We declared him gay.
I think Kagura is the right pick. Izayoi would need a lot of mastery for this matchup, especially against a player like KillerKitty, one of the very well-known S players.
Though I want to say, like, that was also an upset. Haas took out Taco Burrito.
Oh, really?
Oh my god.
To get here.
Yeah.
I'm never letting him down himself, by the way.
Yeah. Oh.
Currently, Kitty taking first hit.
Playing in a certain range to avoid that.
On range pressure, something I I have noticed as a Flash Kick player in myself, because of charge Happy Magica, Kitty will keep you gapless, try to get you to waste it. If you're not doing things on reaction, you might see Haas here waste a lot of Flash Kick on gapless moves. So yeah, we have some preemptive Flash Kicks there. That's all Kitty might be looking for here, is just getting that hit, baiting Flash Kick, and keeping gapless to waste it.
Foreshadowing's literally Kagura's big advantage in a lot of matches is his buttons, but S can just like slap a press down and like go, okay, you move here now. Trigger extension?
Yeah, very nice combo on that punish on that Flash Kick there. Right into an overhead, using the drive to cover it. Classic S offense into the KillerKitty reset that he loves to
Like
do.
El Clasico, but not quite.
El Clasico, he'll reset you, he'll quick rise you, he'll do everything he can to catch you off guard, and just simple fireballs take that round.
Yeah, it's in terms of like the general space both players want to control, because both characters want to control very similar spaces overall. It's just like Kagura wants to use his space to eventually get in. Meanwhile, S is very content to like move around the entire screen with fireballs and such. But meanwhile, Kagura can only like throw a fireball vertically, horizontally, and then just move in and then go in for a JC or for a low. Meanwhile, S can like go air fireball or jump around like this instead of a seal like this. So I think
it seems like Haas is agreeing with you and has decided to go with the Izuyoi pick over Kagura for this fight.
Trying to use ground start overdrive, not actually a bad idea whatsoever, but gets the chance to stay there.
Oh no.
And right into the head. We're just seeing classic S pressure again, but let's see how KillerKitty chooses to run his offense this time. We focus on mainly baiting DPs. On a different character, it's still Haas.
Oh, these little gaps in the buttons and gatlings just really catching Haas out.
Oh. Probably did not expect that drop there. Got hit pressing something just too late.
I feel like you're on a warpath right now. Okay, I like this. Using the different angles of fireballs, like I said, to contest S's own angles of fireball. But unfortunately, S has two fireballs at one.
Yeah, Kitty seems ready for that plan, not letting Haas get any stocks at all by just flashing with the projectiles, getting rid of them entirely. Currently, Kitty's just playing like a zoner S and just blocking out awkward angles, gets that one hit. Oh,
thought they were gonna die. Oh.
Shit.
Oh.
Alright.
That was mean. That was rude.
I mean, it took the match.
Yeah, but it was mean. You could have just gone for any combo.
I think it might have been a poorly thought out plan there. I know Kitty probably knows ways to kill, realized it wouldn't kill in time, or that there wasn't a way to combo off that, and just was like, okay, I'm gonna wait and see what you do, and just... all I have to do is land that 150-50 overhead, and that's game.
Yeah, I think also we noticed a tad, like, on the dial of aggression in neutral compared to Russian aggression, a little more, like, just run at you, because you don't want to, like, let Izuyoi get any stocks at all, because that one stock could change everything.
Yeah, Kitty was playing around that very well. Kitty was just basically planning, like, I'm not going to block and give you any stocks whatsoever. I think that was part of the plan of zoning with fireballs. It wasn't just to clash with all of these projectiles and make sure, hey, you're not getting stocks for blocking them. It's to make sure you're not even in range to get hit by your other moves.
Yeah.
So Izuyoi would have to approach there, and while Izuyoi does have, like, movement, a lot of that's gotten through her stocks. And the best way would have been through that overdrive that got burned pretty early. Once again, I think that match would need a lot of experience.
So I saw Jahvahn hovering Coco, and I don't think that was a meme because I have heard that Coco players don't think it's a bad matchup, but they have trouble with the matchup. So I could see going for a more stable character like us, potentially, who can just, like, rock solid, you know?
Look, I've seen freaking Fuzz get pulled full screen into landing a stance hit by accident. This matchup.
Immediate air grab.
With just an air throw, you're not allowed to jump back J4D or anything close to that whatsoever.
Get really bird. You don't want to be cornered against Coco.
Yeah, you do not want to be cornered, especially when he is starting to get enough meters to probably super ball off the next good hit. Every hit you're doing pushes him closer.
I can definitely see these two bursting a lot, both because like for each other, each character's corner pressure is very much like a
That was
death
a
sentence.
665B for sure.
And also just like I can see overdrive being a little indispensable to these characters considering they're good overdrive, but they're mostly good for combo tools and setups. They can like go without them for a bit. I say as they overdrive.
They also, particularly at least Tokunoe, I would say, has pretty good momentum if they want to.
Yeah.
So they can just look at it that way of just, hey, you don't want to block me, I know that. But Chickzama might be the one making Tokunoe block here over here. Let's see, or might just zone out, play it safe. There is a 100-meter on the table.
Golden Tiger, anyone?
Golden Tiger could take and rob a hit, but I don't think Jahvahn taking a chance. Immediately rushes off that scramble hit to a throw.
Clean deal.
I think that was a throw counter, actually. Am I just a regular throw?
It could have been a throw counter. Yeah.
Okay, just a random chain takes it.
Chain puts you in
It's
10,000
hard to
years
deal
of
with.
stun.
Throwing that out, zoning, just seeing like what will happen. Very effective.
Full screen combo starter.
Chick knows how to play very defensive, but Tokunoe is one of those characters. If you let her get set up to neutral, it is massively in her favor.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much in this particular matchup, but I imagine with all the gravitons, it's not gonna be fun.
Becoming a Toho game it.
I'm really liking Jahvahn's use of Fireball into teleport to just be right in Chick's face.
Yeah.
Really instantly putting in the pressure.
Oh, got a super
No, you
ball.
don't have
You
the
got
super ball
punished
out.
down, not quite. Probably from the air barrier messing up the timing. You can regular block it and make it a bit easier, but even then, we're seeing a lot of jumping.
Go in.
Okay, that C stance was likely to get through the EA, but just mistimed it.
I
Now
disagree. I think
longer
Chick
aim
thought
and
Jahvahn was gonna hold EA.
Ooh, that might just be it. Oh, but Chick drops it.
Jahvahn was just a little too high to get
Any
caught by
hit
the
here would be
range.
bad. Tokunoe has the failure on the table, makes full use, but gets clipped,
And-
falling down.
Insane chain.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic chain, catching the recovery as Jahvahn fell down. It was not a bad idea from Jahvahn at all to just say, hold
That
this
was how-
in neutral.
Alright, Jahvahn, pick us.
That was how that was how Jahvahn was able to clear it over counterpoint. Was that Super Bowl in neutral, but then Chickzama spotted and was like, get in, kill.
You know, it was a very, very smart choice to chain there. I understand the pick for S here, especially considering they put $100 on the line.
We're playing Blaze
Yeah.
with $100 online.
We're not playing Blaze Blue for no $3 on the line. This ain't yo mama's Blaze Blue.
Nice jab on that.
Yep. Vaughn sending out some fireballs here. But taking the corner through burst, both sides just do not want to hold each other.
Well, again, like I said, I think like these two can view overdrive as really dispensable because they're so momentum based.
Absolutely. Neither side will be able to get their big active flow overdrive hits though, but neither side seems to want it. Both sides seem to want to play pretty patient and just try to get a life lead and chill.
Yeah.
But we're seeing nothing but non-stop scrambles and stray hits here that neither side are ready for.
Alright, 2 chains back. We're good. 2 chains. 3 arms.
2 chains back, that's all you need. But a DP there as the
Hey, Hot Engine!
It's not real. Let her really be.
dude. Alright, the whole tension hits. That's gonna be massive damage and a turn taken back. But Chick opts to just not bother with a 100-meter S. Casey jumps back and tries to punish Super, but just gets clipped by DP again. I like those decisions. Jumping back in case S tries to go full screen with her Super. Not a bad call. And he does, well, right into a 2C there. These rounds are so fast. Neither player giving either any time. $100 is on the line, everybody. $100.
I love the adaptation.
Yeah.
Using I think the B chain follow up to like just ride right over that diagonal fireball.
Yeah, that's already insane. Oh,
Oh, it held it too long.
not-
That was a 7th dimension read.
think that was a misinput. Oh, the 6A actually connects. Caught you sleeping.
Super depressed real quick. Just don't want that on screen.
Yep. Trying to get these pressed out, but it just gets taken away the moment he blocks into a DP on the 6A. Fantastic. Yeah, that's
The Chickzama classic.
Keep it safe, just keep it simple, get it done. Okay.
Jahvahn Bubbles gonna burst there, but you don't want to. No risks.
This
No
could
risks.
be set point for Chick. Chick could win. What will Jahvahn do to that? Overdrives through the reset, doesn't quite get a punish.
IB. Catch the IB.
And runs right in for the throw. Chick might have been caught trying the barrier at that point, or who knows what.
Has the bump up that's gonna combo. Oh, that's a lot. I'm gonna go for a lot of reset.
Looks like it, but there's Jahvahn's classic combo there. He knows how to convert these hits. He does not drop those. And
believe you're
lift
dead.
Chick. This with her cheeky purple throw.
Someone explain to me why Esper's love purple throwing right there.
That purple throw situation is not bad for him.
Oh,
and a
Right up
purple
purple
throw
throw
right
back.
back.
Snake C, Snake 2.
Snake C,
Attention.
Snake 2. Takes perfect advantage of the situation after this. Vaughn was not ready to use fantastic perfect. That was a soul read that was wrong. Get everything on it. Oh, but the one hit.
You're not dead.
Not yet. Not
Just
quite.
it's an overhead.
If he can get Chick walks out or a random stray fireball hit after each chain.
If that second fireball didn't come out just in time, then
This is a high APM set. I was not ready as a freaking first time commentator.
The score is 1-1 currently.
Yep. $100 on the line. Although with these purple throws, I'm not entirely sure how seriously they are taking it. They might also just want the fame, the glory,
It's about sending a message.
and the message.
Money is temporary, a message is eternal.
That's very true, but the DP is blocked was not the right call. You've been getting away with those DPs after chain far too long.
And EA is side swap, and you catch the That's so much damage.
It is a lot of Cosma, does damage.
Just so much damage.
Currently, very hard situation for Jahvahn to get out of, but he finds a way.
No,
He drops it though, but S can find a way to make you hold some pressure into more guesses. But Chick's holding out and gets that counter assault.
there it is.
Into the Chickzama. We'll see this a lot.
Yeah.
Read their movement when they're not ready. All that mental stack in neutral.
It'll get there eventually. They'll crack.
Get there.
They'll crack like the eggs I love so much.
We're seeing a lot of fireballs, which I think is a good call. It does
I
not
think
seem like
overexposing it though could like lead to Chick adapting.
that is true. But it's a very strong tool that I don't think you can get punished too hard for. Particularly if Cosmo doesn't have the meter or just like, oh, but we're seeing stray hit with meter. Turn crazy right now. Jahvahn is on set point here still. Both sides fighting for the set.
Back. I can see an overdrive.
I could see an overdrive from either side. Chick going for a throw though there.
There it is.
Not, and they're like,
Jahvahn has not used that JC IOH the entire match, except for like one whip, I'm pretty sure.
these players are familiar with each other. Might be
That's game.
The movement. Oh.
could have been going, but it's still going. It's not
Unlimited chain
impossible. Jahvahn gets a lucky hit here or can run some pressure. Interesting choice for the overdrive here. It does make S press much stronger, particularly for some shenanigans of pressure there.
Yeah, you have to go lane. If you're the light deficit, then you can't throw fireballs like this. Oh,
Yeah.
getting closer. He has 18 fireballs for 2.
Here's a light lead. An amazing trade from Jahvahn.
Just,
Wow.
just that last second Hail Mary.
That was the Chickzama special, but it did not work out.
Was that an air throw?
I saw an air throw get fireballed in the face. Jahvahn will get the speaker, but no follow-up. There was no scores.
This is an unfortunate situation.
Not able to
Oh,
finish
drop
that.
it.
Drops from both sides. The nerves is getting on both sides, I think.
Interesting little four-way there.
Yeah. Jahvahn thinking, you're gonna react, and Chick did. Both times.
I will say,
An overdrive through the pipe D, that can be huge.
I do see Jahvahn catching taking a lot of small match opportunities, but
Didn't touch.
Meter is not too bad on both sides.
there it is.
Oh, that is a shit, but no.
Oh, and bad.
First mate, but the chain was too close, so it dropped.
Oh, grab it too early.
Random hit and confirms it into super, and that would be the set.
There's a lot of things happening all at once.
This
It
match
was
was eggs because holy shit, it was scrambled.
But Hazama doesn't
a good
like
way to
scrambled eggs,
put
like boiled ones. Or hard boiled.
Phenomenal way to put it. Oh my god, what a crazy set. I'm going to check what the bracket is after that, because people
let's go
are
check.
fighting for their life. There is money in this bracket. People want it and are just going all out. Jahvahn rarely pulls out that S, man. He is trying to hardcore learn Kokonoi, but when you have $100, you know?
Money.
Yeah,
$100,
currently-
$100.
Currently, we
I also-
are
you
in
know,
top
Chick also
8
did make it.
with KillerKitty moving on, and now Chick. They will be our winners finals. But right now, we're going to be moving on to losers round 2 with Finlinfrankie and Counterpoint.
Interesting matchup, depending on who you ask. You ask, like, Japanese plats, they're gonna be like, it's plat favored. And nobody will know why, because nobody talks to them. But you ask anybody in the West, and it's like, it's freaking Kune, bro. You get touched, you're dead. I know I've talked to most plats, and it doesn't seem like they're too fond of that matchup.
As a Westerner, I also believe in the Arakune propaganda.
It is very hard if you get hit by Arakune. He will just try to take that round from any curse. But Plaid has a really good opportunity to not get hit. And interesting options that other characters don't always have, especially with the safety. Like, 2 and 4D can hit Kune at angles he never expects to get hit at. And for a lot of other characters doing the same thing, it can be more committal, use a lot more risky. It's not really that way for Plaid at all. She can kind of freely throw those items, draw some better items after, and then just threaten those items right after to rob neutral. But we'll see if Frankie's ready to do that. And there's so many other little matchup details, like knowing the right point to burst, which Frankie is a huge fan of overdrive. So that could be the end of him here if he doesn't just suck it up and burst.
Yeah. At the end of the day, sometimes you gotta call it. I mean, Overdrive is also a very good tool in the Arcane, though. It's knowing which one to use when.
Absolutely.
Oh, Pianos Rock? Do these two have like a unique info?
I don't believe so. No, I don't know the lore, but I don't think these characters are
They
tied
don't.
lore-wise.
I don't. Platinum has like barely any like.
Rising
lore.
JC into a jump gets us there.
Oh, we're
Going
approaching.
through everything Arakune could ever do, and picking that first hit for a real knockdown. Instead of just a straight, oh, this can combo, but he wasn't ready for it.
Halo?
Throwing that Halo. He did not want that Halo.
I think you do
And
level
going
up
for
with
that
Freshman
bomb.
Arcane.
That was a smart bomb to try to catch, like, if you hit me, I don't care.
Oh, Spider!
Spider don't care.
Dude, Spider means nothing to a opponent. Oh, but he was not ready for the reversal. And Kune
And he
can
had
combo
first
off
also.
his into first. Not quite yet first, actually. Lots of drops and scrambles, but Frankie takes that first round despite everything. All these stray hits and scrambles. Frankie is very aggressive on these round starts. He is trying to get these first hits. And takes a freaking that hit right into an interesting combo.
No,
But it can be technically
also,
I don't think I've ever seen that interaction happen.
yeah, I've never seen a bubble grab.
A double purple grab off a roll. Frankie is currently snowballing. But is he ready for it? He's not quite. There was no way to combo off that with 5A, but he gets the hit. Does he know how to combo? He messes up instantly. But there's that point about item toss. That is an awful angle for me to deal with, but Frankie is not ready for how you can just walk out of that super. And now he has to deal with Curse. Does he have it in him? He's just holding barrier. He does not want to react to these.
But just in danger because of that. That's so scary against Archer.
That was actually really smart.
He's not quite in danger state.
Oh no! Oh no!
Gets him hit and he's back.
Nice first combo.
Oh!
But
Holy shit!
that was a
very active frames.
Awkward situation. Like, Kune has a lot of ways to bait reversals, but if you're not super experienced, those random super long range hits during scrambles in like brackets with nerves, that you will mess up all the ways to bait up reversals, especially if you're not thinking about it.
It's hard to remember that Kune also can find it hard to see what he's doing sometimes.
6C to call out any potential lows like Kune round start. Frank seems to be running around, not quite sure how to land that hit, but he lands it with Happy Magica. He seems to not be aware of the landing recovery on Kune though. He's trying to snipe him out of the air. Not entirely to go about the
Oh no. You can lose the entire match at once. Nice match.
You could, but it was airborne for a lot of this turret and it keeps running down. Counterpoint is getting a hit, not into a full confirm. It's not impossible for Frank to take it back here, but get 2 seed in neutral, the classic. Catching you running.
I like the 2C because like JD was hovering down, then 2C way to close the game and surprise you. I had no meter dose, it was a little risky.
Look, Kune has life lead, you're gonna be holding forward. He does 2C and catches you walking forward. It is a very smart move.
Informed risk.
Very important risk there. But, oh, right into the Kune overdrive. Basically a way to just give you a little mini curse there, or just set up a curse. But he backs out.
Really air barriers. That 2C
That 2C goes long. He was not ready for it.
It's fine.
That was a good punish. You can't confirm there. Kune has short pogo ranges that Frank might not be ready for. He went right into 3C the missile. But that would not be good either.
Frank able to run out of the super this time.
Fantastic Cat Hammer. Cat Hammer is a very good item in this matchup. It covers so many angles while he flies around that Kune has to account for it and can't do nearly as much of everything he wants to get done. Like, finds that stray 2C.
But doesn't
No
count
curse
for
yet, but that was the max of pogo range.
down.
Trying to lock him down, don't let him teleport out.
Does Arc gonna say flat when he does 5A? Wow.
I didn't personally hurt your left. Oh, he knew he dropped that. Just left it. Okay, fantastic use on that 3C. Taunting while covered by the boxes. But those boxes, look, that's holding you down.
Millisecond curse is activated.
Ran through despite the chance to get cursed though, so he could get snowballed down. The chest might still barely be there. No, he's scared. Hey, he's holding that barrier. He does not want to get guard crushed. He made it out.
This was too much. But he has 100 meters, so Arcuna can't insta-curse. Or do that.
Okay, but then that's... He's straight hits for dropping. Countersalts through that, but you do not want to run forward. Any moment he's out of blocks, then he can summon bugs, and Counterpoint gets that hit right after.
I think the one thing that's making these kind of closer Counterpoint is Counterpoint doesn't know the big curse conversions. Like when they're in curse and you get the hit, is what I'm saying.
Both sides seem like they both need a few refinements with their character to turn these stray hits into winning the game. But past that, I don't think either side knows how to approach the other's matchup. Like,
yeah, easier said than done when like bugs are so like random, feeling even though you control them, that like it's hard to win.
That Nervo call did not quite work out for Frankie there. He's getting cursed right away. But he's blocking through that curse until the 2C. There's over the classic overdrive, but he's not ready for how pleasant characters are. This seems to be a common trend in his downfall.
Nice teleport.
Okay, good hit on that. Fantastic game sense on the Halo. Not the best starter drop combo, but he leaps into another combo anyway, so who cares? Does not seem to be ready to do instant heart cards against Kune though. Keeps dropping that route. And you do not want to pogo. That invul ends the moment you press any Rekka, it will not spare you from the bugs.
The verdict of
Wait, this is the first defensive round start we've seen from Frankie. I think he started to realize, hey, this is not working out. I'm gonna change it up. Gets a stray hit into drawing pan and soloing right into the overhead.
We're gonna do a lot of damage off of that. I think it's a guess for game.
Yeah, he's delaying that. You don't delay that on Kune.
Nice bomb, but okay, yeah, immediately counterpoint sees the bomb going over and teleports into
the hit at maximum pogo range once again. Doesn't quite know how to convert off on that starter.
Just trying to vary the movement. Just don't let Patton catch you. Don't let catch you. And
yeah, Counterpoint trying to adjust all the movement, but all these items are just being thrown out and he's not ready to deal with any of them. They're just neutral skipping right into death. But a fantastic call-out on Frankie adjusting to be more defensive. Counterpoint dashes up and gets a 5A hit into curse right away. Frankie able to block this curse?
No, the instant. Get it off the top.
Oh, but he gets the 5C, but it's right out of range where Halo would hit because Kune is very, very particular about range.
I mean, they're already back to Chris already. This is so scary. One good first hit.
You have to be as aggressive as Frankie is being here. He might draw the item for 2 super items again. He has 4 seconds. Oh, tosses away. A random hit, not bad, but he still has super items.
Yeah, Cloud really restricts your movement here.
He tried to get more chests, but it didn't quite work out.
Oh, it begins. The games begin.
There's still a chest out, but Counterpoint was ready and takes that round and wins the set. That was very interesting how both sides played trying to figure out each other's characters and the player at the same time.
Yeah, real-time adaptation.
Yeah, it's real-time adaptation to not just like, oh, what's this guy gonna do? It's like, what the heck am I gonna do about this? Because you saw Frankie started out more aggressive at the beginning. He was constantly going with these aggressive rounds. He would do 5B, he would do 6C, he would do jumping JC, air dash JC. He's just always like, I want to win round start and I think I can. But it wasn't working out for him. And you notice he started toning it back, but Counterpoint in just in time to actually take advantage of that as well.
We also Counterpoint really using Cloud to its full effectiveness and like using, like you said, the full screen presence that Frankie was giving him to use more like JDs, to use more like Bellbug, to put out Cloud and just control Frankie's movement and where he wanted Frankie to go. And that led to more curses and led to more problems. Even though Frankie had like really good calls on curse, it was able to block it out, even like get out pretty efficiently. Counterpoint kept controlling that space and putting in curse scenarios.
Yeah, it was phenomenal, because you actually saw a lot of 2Cs from Counterpoint as well, because Frankie kept just wanting to hold forward, which, fair enough. You didn't have life lead, you're fighting Arakune, you want to get that hit, you want to get things done. I understand the feeling, even if it's not always the right call. You wanted that over.
This feels like a matchup that's been going on since the dawn of time. The grappler versus the zoner. It feels like a dawn of time type matchup, you know? Ever since it was Zangief versus Guile in SF2, this matchup has occurred.
Yep. Very, very first matchup.
Who will hit the other
how
person?
ShadyDee approaches this. It's Magnolia here. A very patient neutral so far, which I think is how you have to play this. You can't really just run and get in, because stuff like that happens when you're wrong.
How good are your ID charges?
Just sledges right through George, does not care, using all of his projectile invul and baits the hat chair.
I will note, is his legendary? Oh,
it
lightning, that was so
makes sense in
smart.
matchups like these. What else are you gonna do to actually get in? If you play it like he does and knows that invul will save you without you actually getting hit by something else, and they're not doing the right thing to present, very smart. And he gets that smart pull hit in neutral to start his turn. Look, you might be top tier, but how top tier are you when you have to block out Tager?
Interesting enough, ShadyDee has a lot of really interesting knockdown choices he goes for, because he doesn't just default to gadget finger, he'll just pick other interesting knockdown options.
I will say, a Tager that doesn't do gadget finger is more threatening than one that always does. And ShadyDee knows it.
Adjust to gadget finger. You can get used to gadget finger OP.
Not only that, like, people are ready for it and have a plan, and, you know, their instinct will kick in. It's not in Tager's favor a lot of the time, especially against a character like Rachel. If you're wrong, and you have to block Rachel and Tager, it's gonna be hit. And ShadyDee knows it, but unfortunately, doesn't quite prevent it. Doesn't have to.
I like that choice making there, where like ShadyDee knew he was gonna get hit by a lot of the low bellies and stuff, but he decided to kill Jord and then just take a few hits, because you're a grappler, so your life is part of your resource list.
Yeah. Huge
Nice.
life
Nice.
big sledge call out.
I believe.
And trying to snowball off this, tries to go for a 3C to catch him jumping, but Magnolia did not jump, got hit later, and ShadyDee takes the round.
Yeah, ShadyDee's cracked. ShadyDee is the unknown OD Tager.
He is. He knows how to approach a lot of these matchups. Look, he has reasons to have Rachel experience, I can tell you that much.
He's just very good at altering like how he uses Tager's specific set of tools to approach any matchup, and also like lock down specific player habits.
I just like his usage of the tools he has.
He's
He's
old.
not belligerent with them, but he knows he has to represent them and use them because that's all he really has in the matchup. Like, and once again, the catcher gets baited shortly into the round. I do not blame you bursting. You do not want to take so much damage from Tager and then have to block him out. Not a fun time.
That's work both online, so Rachel has to respect us a little bit like that.
Oh, that spark bolt. The trade did not work out in the favor of Tager here.
Jesus God.
Perfect board knockdown. Tries to go for a turn on wake up.
Interesting choice to turn on wake up there.
Again.
Oh, again.
Good George.
Not working out. Magnolia knows exactly what to do to beat these. All of these options are not working out, and I entirely understand them when it's Rachel. Because sometimes you're sitting there and you're like, do I guess and just get hit anyways, or did I just do something stupid and hope to mess up? To be fair, 360A, option right there represented, not a stupid option. The moment it works, and especially if they don't have certain things down, all these catchers are not working out.
Okay. Neither were ready for that entire scenario, so we gotta
Not at all. Not at all. This could be a Tager round. Everybody has had it happen. Oh, that 3C's not ready. RC into the sledge overhead. Hence,
that's so terrifying.
nerves can get you hit by that, or if you're just not familiar. That is a huge starter. Unfortunately, it dropped.
Mother's IPs.
Lobelia IV would be super punishable, but overdrives through it barely.
Charged up.
The full combo.
Nice
This
turn.
is just going back and forth.
Real slugfest.
Oh, these.
Oh.
That was very unfortunate. And that was a movie, which I'm actually shocked by because that has the most untech time I've ever seen of any hit in the game, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that countersoul escape, but barely lives, not ready for the overhead, and that will
My
be
favorite
that.
intermediate/beginner player, ShadyDee.
The unknown OD Tager played for 7 years. Yeah, drop him in the intermediate bracket. Let him have it.
We love
That
ShadyDee.
was a back and forth set constantly.
No, entirely so.
I find a lot of decisions on both sides very interesting. All the cat chairs, I think, were not the right call. Not in a mean way to the player, but just guard point against Tager.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it there, but like, even beyond that, what happened a lot of the time is something would just whiff, and ShadyDee would just react in time to still be able to punish because cat chair is so slow. That is a huge risk move, especially because a lot of the times magnetism will drag you in, but not when you already commit to something and are a mile away. So all those cat chairs locked you in place to die, while he was trying to magnetize you doing something like jumping, etc. It just not work out.
Yeah. I think also just playing into like ShadyDee who plays such a weird, like obtuse Tager's, like another layer to it.
Everybody's used to Tager's like masked or like foking. They're not used to how ShadyDee plays Tager. He plays pretty differently. Being an old head, pretty much plays an old head style of Tager.
Yeah. My
It's
favorite.
very effective though.
Alright, for our next match, I believe we're going into Counterpoint versus Haas.
Haas, nobody left.
Counterpoint against Haas. That's gonna... Okay, first of all, I think actually pick Kagura. I think definitely pick Kagura.
I mean,
Second,
if you hit him, he dies. If you,
I think the Izuyoi isn't quite there yet.
The age-old
And
saying for fighting
Kagura's
games, if
number
you
one.
hit them, they die.
I feel like Izuyoi would be better in this matchup, but you'd have to get there, and it's like a lot. I feel like Izuyoi is just such a demanding character, and especially with so many weird matchups where you need to use your tools in so many different ways, know how to go about it. Especially in the matchup with projectile spam like Kakune, it'll be very weird.
Yeah. You want to know what you want to go with what you know for true against Kune because you're not going to know what the opponent's doing.
Yeah,
It's
you
hard.
need to know what buttons you're pressing and when, and as fast as possible. We are going to go right into Kune first, maybe, not quite.
Just trying to Wyvern, trying to get in.
I understand the feeling, but at
Oh, the
overdrive,
trade's working out in Haas' favor.
forcing instant curse here while overdrive last, and comboing until curse runs out, hopefully.
See
If
Kagura
we
and
bait
Kagura
a
open.
reversal here, that would be it. Oh,
Jump
catches him
scare.
trying to teleport out. You ain't
Big ol'
leaving.
jump scare.
Flash kick will reach to the top of the earth.
It'll slice
Okay,
the
we'll
heavens
go
in
taking
two.
round start here, but gets caught by the 3C
Full
right
curse, I believe.
after.
Yeah.
It's that patience into, oh, now I can move, but you can't, and now you're dealing with Kune curse.
Honey, it's time for your 2 a.m. curse.
It's time for your morning four-way makeup with invisible bugs.
Dude, the plate is just filled with bugs. That's impressive.
I don't want bugs
Ew.
for dinner again. That's actually the reality of it. If your wife was a worm, it's like would you let me if I was a worm? I want to eat bugs every night though.
Your wife was the worm?
No, it's like would you love me if I was a worm? It's like you eat dirt every night because your wife is a worm.
Yeah. It turns out you're actually Arakune because your wife.
All this airborne
Yeah.
Quite it, but the random 2C there will clip. Very smart choice there.
Nice.
Okay, orbs being thrown out. More of a patient play.
Didn't Ivy decide to
Surfboard, it doesn't look like Counterpoint is ready to deal with that surfboard. We do not
Oh.
see IVs, but the punish on the flash kick.
I like
That is gonna be a
that was a little teleport.
And no, these are phenomenal here. Okay, you're
Where's the
blocking
guard break?
curse. Can you guess it?
Where's the guard break?
And he actually blocks it all out. Okay, just don't panic.
Amazing block.
But 5C. 5C is a move that you will just be surprised by. You'll think, oh, I'm gonna safe jump it and try to OS it, and then you're already hit.
Amazing flash kick.
Incredible flash break. Immaculate flash break.
That's like very smart to hit at ranges. You just can't hit with anything else. And Kune loves those spots on the screen. Wyvern, I do not want to deal with this neutral. Just get me in.
Please stop, Mr. Bugman. I'm
Just
tired
get
of
me
it,
in.
please.
But here comes the first.
Again,
Look.
JC.
I
Huge.
understand, and it worked out. He kept closing the distance with Wyvern, just like, I don't want to deal with this bug BS you're doing, man. Close
If
the
I
distance
deplete my amount of thinking, then he has to react to my 60C Wyvern, which means he thinks less too. Therefore, in the net sense, both of us are thinking less, so I can win more.
See, the problem is Counterpoint keeps saying it's a wyvern. He never says howvern.
My God. Yeah,
Wenvern.
oh,
Winvern.
Wyvern.
Me, Wenvern.
Okay, let's
Nice
see.
60.
Big C round start. Just, I want you dead. I want
I
you
mean, what are the
dead.
chances of Arcane not up back in around start, to be fair?
Yeah, but still barely manages to escape. Kune being very slippery this round, but a stray 60 hit. You do not want to get hit by that. That would be
Nice.
it. You do not want to get hit by any of these. In fact, I'm very sorry you did.
I do wonder how Kagura presses Kunai. I feel like Kunai teleport is a good way to deal with command grab versus jab counter.
Oh,
I'm not so
Not ready
sure
for tail
about
counter.
that, but maybe. I feel like even with his slow jump, he might prefer that. Or overdrive whenever he has it.
Little bar. Get out of the corner.
Kunai does have a floaty jump as well as a slow jump startup. So imagine dealing with things like Wyvern with that. You don't get to deal with it the same way other characters do. You're probably gonna mainly play around moving. Just move around, not punishing it. Maybe with some bug or air button if you can manage at all. Fake out, doesn't fall for it.
Nice.
And
This is again.
creepy and a bait on the first. But not ready to confirm off that. Might have been accidental.
Spraying the 60C, but goes right over the 60C.
Back, caught that before you did it. And now you're dealing with curse. It may be neutral, but you still have to hold that.
Evil neutral.
Evil neutral. That puts it perfectly.
Toho neutral.
Both sides are now playing defensive round start. They're realizing, hey, I don't wanna take chances.
Yeah, chances are scary. I don't like chances.
Oh, but that hit, not ready to confirm off it. Might not have been ready for that second hit of being a low. That flash kick was probably not intentional, probably some attempt at up forwarding. Getting that hit on Kunai, but are you ready for his teleport to roll back?
Nice report
Well,
RC just check.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Very nice
right there.
RC into low.
Catching his
Hit
escape.
that well.
Oh, sniped right after the orb. Wyvern once again to just be like, I don't want to deal with it.
Please leave me alone. I don't want to guess. I want you to guess.
Yeah, just let me in. How about you guess with me?
Like the delayed Wyverns are great. I love
Oh,
the
that
delayed
5
Wyverns.
speed, and look at how little recovery. I told you guys, that thing is insane if it whips. It is an awkward move if you are not experienced with Kunai. But a fantastic confirm from Haas. But first will be on the table.
Can't quite receive the
But
5B.
a 5B, that might have been a misinput on the reversal, but nonetheless, that took the round and match.
Good shit from Haas.
Haas moving on
Fantastic
to-
plays from Haas.
Haas
That was
moving
a
on to
clean
Luther Semi.
2-0.
Who he will fight either Shady or Jahvahn.
That matchup is one where I feel like it's probably not that hard in like Kagura's favor, if it is in Kagura's favor at all. I could see being Arcune favor in some amount, I don't know for sure. What I do know, I don't think either are ready for how awkward to approach the matchup it is. We see a lot of Wyverns from Haas, which is very smart, because Counterpoint was not ready to deal with that, and was getting through everything and putting him in an awkward position against Kunai. One
The
thing about a
ancient
whiff
adage.
Wyvern, if you don't punish it, that still means
He's
Kagura
in.
is significantly closer. He's in.
Yeah.
That's a terrible range to be in. That's an awful JC range to be in. And he has godlike air-to-airs in JA. He's just able to actually use his faster buttons as well as still threatening you running
It's the
away with all
ancient
the
adage
huge
he is
buttons.
too. It's the ancient adage. Keep doing it until they stop letting you do it.
Exactly. When you are that close against Kagura, it is terrible.
Anyways,
But
this
Kunai
is
still just has to get one hit.
Shady fighting fun to fun, back-to-back very fun Taker matches.
Yep. I
Although I
mean,
think this
to
is
be fair, how many
preferable
characters are
to,
gonna be like, oh, Taker's having fun?
I think this is preferable to Kokonoe, to be honest.
Probably.
Yeah.
Seeing Jahvahn play the matchup pretty much exactly how you should. Just like, I'm not gonna interact, I'm gonna do a bunch of safe stuff, and then if you try to do something, let's go.
OD? Oh,
But
Interesting
fantastic
5D on the
ODs.
OD. That was some knowledge.
yeah.
Shady is very, very good with his ODs. Fantastic read there. Oh, and then he gets wrong on that RPS there,
Wake up after the
unfortunately.
roll.
First.
He's turning. He's turning. I know he's turning. I know he's turning.
Yeah, no, Jahvahn looks like he's keeping things safe. Might even just be gapless so that if you IB, you trade a gap and get yourself killed. There's also 720 on the table. All the more reason to maybe just keep things gapless and jump
Good
cancel
switch
the
out of the corner.
That
Also,
block
Jahvahn
string
is
was
not
insane.
magnetized, so
Good
if
shit.
he's spaced out, 720 is not a risk at all. Shady knows that. But 100
Yeah,
meter
yeah.
on the table. Do I do anything with
He's
it
gonna
yet?
720. He's gonna 720.
There's
He's gonna
720,
OD
but
720.
you do not
He's
want to
gonna OD
deal with
720.
Magnetech Wheel either. But it just makes a such to get in, take his turn, and he can kill off this. 80 has these.
I would like to fill in everyone that Jahvahn does
Yeah.
not like this matchup.
Oh, and I know.
I can believe it because S buttons are they have so much recovery, and any matchup like that, while still bad for Tager, is going to be a bit better for Tager than you expect. Anything with huge recovery.
Oh my god.
Also note that with that OD from last round, Tager's OD isn't the greatest tool in the world, but it creates a free gap for them, which is terrifying.
Magnetism throwing off the combo there. One of the few things they ever let Tager have until it takes you all the way to the corner.
Get over
But
here.
20.
Dunked on.
All you really get is damage off this, though. You're not gonna get good OP or pressure or anything.
Yeah, but he got S off of him.
He got S off of him, and he also had the life lead now, so he can kind of chill.
Yeah,
Tager's
like
not
the
approaching, and
Yeah.
he's not exactly the best defensive character of all time. But if you have to approach Tager, you still hate your life.
Yeah. It's harder. It's like the Hawkman thing, where like Hawkman will just like sit there because you have to approach the scary man.
Oh my god.
Sick first bait. That
The
was
sickest
godlike
first
from
bait.
ShadyDee there, and he is taking the first match against Jahvahn. Who cares about bad matchups? Just win it anyways. Why
Going
not?
back to character select.
Character select.
Oh.
Because he. Okay.
Oh, we're taking time. Taking a breather.
Tager's infuriating, man. Well, actually, no, I like fighting Tager. I actually really like fighting Tager.
I don't like fighting Tager. I don't like
Tager, I
matchups in my
like-
fighting games, bro.
I have
want to play.
anxiety issues.
I want to do my game.
Oh,
connection was
no.
lost.
Oh no.
Who
Oh,
got
okay.
out? Who got out? Okay.
It
that
was
was
Oh,
Shady.
ShadyDee died. I know both of them died.
Cut the feed.
Fun fact while we wait for Shady to come back. Shady's pizza order was wrong, by the way, Chick. I don't know if you heard.
Wait, what?
But they remade his pizzas, so he has 4 pizzas now.
He has 4 pizzas?
What? The fuck, ShadyDee? You're not gonna give me any?
He's literally in call complaining about Hype Dog. Yeah, that sounds like him.
How are you gonna complain about Hype Dog too? Also, you lost that poll.
This Hype
By
Dog
the way.
haters. I'm a Hype Dog fan because cute dog.
I just don't pick
I
the
love
stage
Hype Dog.
personally.
I like
I
Hype
just
Dog.
think that that's Toby Fox in the background.
Toby
Yeah.
Fox formed the Blaze Blue.
Dude, it's him.
It's him, Toby Fox.
What's next,
Okay,
Sans?
let's see. I was
Stop.
gonna approach the matchup. Will he adapt in time? Oh, gets called out round
Oh my
start
God.
by Tager 60. That low did not work trying to caught
That was a
but
fear burst. That burst is colored yellow out of fear, as in like Green Lantern stuff.
But if you're blocking Tager, you're losing.
Ooh,
Tager's a
that
bad
trade!
character until he can block.
Trade, yeah, trade working out in Tager's favor.
The
So
rare gadget arsenal.
And Kate can turn back.
What a fear.
Okay, what's the setup? AD. Is he going to make you guess? No, he's just going to take the simple force.
Yeah,
And he'll be able to convert off DP through it.
Oh, the
Into
To a
purple.
purple throw.
Purple.
ShadyDee showing his age here.
What if it was Urple?
There.
Hey, oh, but that
Oh,
call
that's not good.
didn't work out because
Stop.
Max was not ready for it.
There's the DP.
Oh,
Oh,
Good
fantastic.
turning.
No
base
punning.
720.
Nice delay on the
but
fireball to
didn't
catch.
quite go with that. Went for a reset, it looks like, but takes the round anyways. Jahvahn looking a lot better this time around, but can he keep it up for the next round, especially without first overdrive on the table? Don't mess up. That could have been a huge punish. Didn't quite get it.
Get off me.
Just
Seeing
Jahvahn
a lot
just
more.
DP.
Yeah,
Get
seeing a
out.
lot more DP by
Oh.
Jahvahn in this round, in this match.
Good decision.
The idea of
Why
like
block
beating a
it?
Tager is so scary because he can just chunk those and you're betting your entire life. The house and the farm.
Look, you're either guessing on his freaking low, main grab, trying to be like backdashing. You know, why not just TP? Who cares? But of course, if you bait it out, he'll die.
Nice IOH.
Okay, currently Jahvahn looking dominant here. Will he finish the round? He has overdrive and meter on the table, but ShadyDee bursts in time.
He's like the
This is
Terminator
very,
just
very
walking
bad
up.
for ShadyDee. Imagine having to approach, but he's just walking forward, and it didn't work out.
Oh wow.
He did walk him halfway through the screen,
True.
but the jump scare neutral from an S
Now,
did
this
eventually
is...
get.
What about the mental toll of fighting Tager for 3 games? Will
Yeah,
it claim
that is a
Jahvahn?
thing.
look, it would claim anybody.
I've seen players who like play so immaculately the first couple like rounds in games and then just drop off because they get tired.
I would
It
not
isn't
blame
under
them
his phone.
whatsoever here. Easy to burn out there.
It does look like Jahvahn.
Black.
Jahvahn trying to finish this up quickly.
He's trying to get out. He is sick of it, and
Whoa.
Shady gets a 360 on him for it. Paying for your crimes. Oh, right into Chick's throws, but Shady got those. He was making up for that purple throw earlier, that's for sure.
I love the people's
Jack.
elbow from Tiger.
Oh, it's such a good combo color.
Okay, you're magnetized. Tiger has the life lead, but that was fantastic based on. Jahvahn going for the purple throw yet again. Look,
Walk down.
he is walking him down. I think that is a very smart choice. Once you got this respect and the magnetism, walk them to corner. Look,
I think that's death.
that is very much that.
Those are whole
That
He doesn't even
that
need the meter.
The,
Why would he
the,
use the meter? Look,
the small press on DPC just to like fly Jahvahn around just to mess up his mental a little bit. Huge.
Jahvahn been trying his best to adapt here, but look, mess up against Tiger, it hurt.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the grappler at it.
Yep, his
They have
whole
that over their
dynamic-
wall. They have that over their bed.
Yep.
IOH.
It's easy for you to not make a mistake, but if you do make a mistake. But currently, Jahvahn dominating this round. What will
That could
this
all fade
setup
so
look
quickly.
There is 720 on the table and overdrive, but doesn't quite get used. Possibly the best choice here, as that would be a commitment for that match.
Can you imagine how terrifying it would be if Taker carried over meter between rounds?
But don't put thoughts like this into my head. I didn't ask for that. Ooh. Oh, fantastic bait. Godlike spacing there, and he has those for the confirm. Right in the
Oh, the
corner,
counter
right
hit.
into JD. Catches you mashing. You gotta hold that.
As all of those.
But he drops
Finally,
there
the
into
triple throw.
a reset. Might have been planned all along. And currently it's looking very bad for Shady, but he will be getting his overdrive here. But when he gets a chance to use it, he's gonna lose a lot of HP from this, but definitely not death. This could still turn around, but it will be very, very hard. Walking in the corner again. Fantastic overdrive, but you got
Nice.
enough time to get a 5C,
I don't think it's like that.
and
Oh, super.
you
No.
are not dead. He drops it. But Shady loses his overdrive. All he has is 15 meter in a dream.
As the kids say,
Again.
winnable.
Look,
But
he'll
one
cross
damage
it, that's
real
for
fast.
sure. Shady is known not to give up,
Oh.
but he backdashes, possibly not even by
That's
his
gonna
own
be it.
choice. And that is it. That was quite a set.
A little bit of a roller coaster.
Look, Shady fighting for his life there.
No, it's
Jahvahn
good.
might hate that matchup, but he knows what he's doing playing it.
So
Although
it's really Jahvahn.
I can see the fear in his heart. I can see the I hate fighting Tiger from 3 different rounds. He almost got walked to corner. It's like he got halfway walked to corner and then realized at the exact same time. And Shady was ready for it one of the times, and I think won anyways. But the rest of the time, you know, you're still Tiger.
Yeah. And that means
No.
Jahvahnn's gonna go fight Haas, so he's gonna have to go Tager into Kagura.
That's an interesting matchup because
Fighting grapplers.
Kagura not the strongest character of all time, although more and more people these days saying he's better than people think. I know the S Kagura matchup, I think pretty much everybody on Earth will say S favor. But I hear it's S favor with it being annoying to play because you're fighting a character with a lot of good buttons. Like, freaking S and Kagura punching each other pretty well. Currently though, we're gonna see S versus Hazuma.
Repeat of last night, except instead of Jahvahn, it's KillerKitty. So we'll see how KillerKitty adapts to the matchup and Chickzama as a player.
Kitty is going to do something insane and it's gonna work, and I'm gonna be like, why? That's when I
I'm
know
gonna
it's
be
gonna happen.
So I'm gonna be happy.
Again, a matchup neither side is happy playing.
I'm happy to play every matchup.
I'm happy to play every matchup, but some
Because we play
BlazBlue players just hate BlazBlue, man. I don't know what to
Because
tell you.
we play scumfucks. We play awful people characters who would like damage on
I
everyone.
do play an awful people character, but
I play
let's see how this...
Valkenheim. Everyone think it's ruined.
Okay. KillerKitty keeping his turn against Chickzama here and catching him low, barely using the crest.
Yeah,
But not converting off these hits and getting punished for the scrambles right after. I'm expecting a... Oh, the drop. Scramble City today. Interesting choice of the overdrive. Might have been a misinput or maybe an odd choice of action.
I noticed that KillerKitty is going for more intense Gatling pressure against Chickzama. They're trying to like go for Gatling with the fuck with Chickzama's timing behind here, maybe just like their general simple timings and get quick mashes to do counter hits. But as opposed to when they fought boss and they use more delay, just like long range pressure.
Still yet, but takes the crown anyways. Kitty loves running offense that makes inputs very awkward.
Yeah.
Like a lot of gapless stuff into like a crest happening, and then if you can handle the crest better than you expect, they run out 2B and you get hit jumping. Like we saw earlier. Currently just playing a zoning game to keep Chickzama out though. Not a bad idea at all. You've got life lead and playing a stray hit anyway.
Nice run up.
Calls out the backdash with 60. Doesn't quite confirm it. Lots of drops here on these fantastic starters. Very unfortunate.
Nice to see.
Nice to see.
Didn't get a lot out of this. This is actually a potentially game-winning 2C.
It can snowball back, but Chick has to find a way to secure the life lead. But Ozma is known for their overdrive. Unfortunately, that 60 looks like
Here's my overdrive, Ozma.
Or just dash in. Either way, barrier, nothing. You get nothing out of that overdrive.
Oh.
All of this awkward pressure to deal with. Keeping it super safe, having this 100 meter, and just getting hit stray by 214.
Bonk. The bonk.
Kitty's just keeping it super safe, and it makes sense how it's just a struggle for Chick to fight back as Hazama. Because think about Hazama buttons and trying to like fight back against that. Even like jumping out and chaining out, all those lows, catching it, all that awkward just frame traps to just keep you locked down. Very smart.
Usually against characters you like to do IAD pressure, or like S can enjoy sometimes. Hazama has 5 days of backup plan, but KillerKitty's keeping it very grounded.
Yeah, a lot of stuff you can't just simply react to, wait, and get out, which is a good way to run pressure. Why give them such a free way to get out? Just keep making them guess, over and over.
And as a side effect, KillerKitty's weird offense also messes with IP timings, so it's very hard to like gauge leader or push them out.
Hazama does have a fantastic tool in overdrive on the table, and nearly everything S does dies to like overdrive. And on a character like Hazama, you can just raw rounds with that. If you have the routing, that can just be it. But that is a huge resource to spend, and S players know you want to do it. That you absolutely want to do it.
Nice
Getting
baby.
stray hit by that chain into JP.
No guess. Okay, the 60 air good.
Oh, but not close enough
again.
to take advantage of that fireball whiff. We're not an RPS at all today. Right into a knockdown. What a play is going to do now. Chick is doing the exact same thing to Kitty. You want to just catch my input? I'm gonna catch your input. I'm just gonna freaking 2B your DP. I don't care. I know what you want.
You could route it better into like. Well, I'm not gonna say that has on it, but I'm pretty sure there's a way to route to super there.
Possibly. I would not know. Anybody who says I play Hazama, they're lying, and you should never believe a word out of their mouth. Okay, IAD once again to try to cover multiple options, try to swing at any J4D attempt, or just get to a sitting round start. But not getting these JP hits in the sky. Very good space control at any attempts to move away, chain in, but no hits. But he's running pressure anyway.
Could have got the direct offense to kill the
Fantastic
but
DP
it's
there.
fine anyways. Alright, just DP. I feel no fear.
Look, that is the Kitty way. We thought Jahvahn was DPing a lot earlier. Kitty will show you what a real DP is.
Kitty playing like he's playing as like a Takuma in Street Fighter.
Look, when you see Jahvahn air DP, that's like, oh wow, like that's
That's
a rare situation. Oh, that is a fantastic into a drop there.
We can't be dropping that, especially
Into
the barrier.
a throw that you would not expect there, and keeping it first save into the round. Very, very well played by Chickzama there. Look, I mean it when I say between Jahvahn and KillerKitty, you will see Jahvahn pull out those air DPs rarely, and KillerKitty, you'll just randomly be pressuring him, and then like he randomly did like an air DP in something you didn't really need, and you're wondering like, how did you TK DP and why? He loves them.
Powerful.
Yeah, he's very powerful. And he's showing his powerful start. Currently snowballing this round as best as he can. Taking the first pick, getting you in corner. Have fun in corner. Chick's not having any of it.
Fireball, get down from there.
Hit by that fireball. No chance to take advantage of that situation at all. Into a purple throw attempt.
Do it again.
Do it again. Look, I don't need to see more purple throws. I'm glad they're getting back. Okay.
Nice fireball.
Both players are just swinging at each other, trying to get any hit they can in the goal. Oh,
Yeah,
that
it's
type
place
of
first.
burst. That makes sense though. If you really want to be taking that risk right now, just take the round, try to snowball out. Fantastic reset there into taking the round. Kitty a lot more aggressive with his enhanced 2-1-4Bs. I've noticed.
Yeah. I mean, no one's
Jahvahn-
blocking them, so...
Jahvahnn's feeling like a gun. Kitty's like, I should have that. And that counter hit by D confirmed into a 62A.
Cut Kitty out of the sky.
Oh,
Nice damage.
Okay,
Again.
but a DT can take his turn right back. And tries to go for cross that block. Fantastic block from Chickzama here. A JD, but despite the landing recovery, still ends up plus enough on that overdrive in BD. Chickzama did not choose RPS and gets counter hit out of hit stun, and that will be that round and match.
Is it not first to 3?
I think we should be in first to 3 territories. This is finals.
Yeah, we're
Winning
finalists.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is first to 3. There's still a chance for both sides. Either way.
I believe. In whatever side winning, I'm impartial.
Chick's like undeafened this whole time, so I feel like if I say anything, I'm like coaching by accident.
You're gonna lose the job, yeah.
Because if I'm like,
This is
oh
exactly
yeah,
the
if
reason why-
I was the Hasuma here, this is what I would do. It's like, well, I should shut up.
That is actually the reason why Chick listens to the commentary streams. Is to hear, interesting.
Interesting. I mean, look. I'll say it all after. Once you see the set finished and all done, I'll be like, oh, here's all the things I think, like, I don't know, Chickzama would do.
The second to JD.
Oh, fantastic birthday.
Trigger essentially.
This is looking rough. It's looking about as rough of a matchup as every Hasuma player will tell you this is. And that round was taken very cleanly there.
This one's for all the marbles.
This could be that, like, whole tournament point for that. That point to win it. Go to grand final. Right now, I think the nerves are getting to both players. Look at this neutral. Both sides are thinking, but they are very, very hesitant on the decisions, running around, jumping a lot, trying to get these hits at all. But Kitty is specialized for those scenarios. Those 6As are really a miss and switch from KillerKitty. He will try to find any random hit to just do a 6A off.
Good grab.
On the other hand, Chick will just throw you on defense when you're not ready for it.
Chickzama got really tired of that offense and was just like, oh, get out of here.
Look,
Get out of here.
sometimes after blocking for SS that long, you just want to do that. You just want to pick her up and throw her. I understand, it worked out. Fantastic catch there. Could be catch on a jump out on the DP. Who knows? But
I'm gonna go for
this is very
Chickzama
close for
special
both
on him.
sides. We haven't seen certain options represented in a bit, but doesn't need them. That
Not
round
yet,
was
not
taken
yet.
by Chick.
No, not yet.
Okay, will Chickzama still be in this? Put it 2-2, or will KillerKitty take it?
Flies across the screen.
We haven't seen many things like 6A just thrown out or needed for a bit. Oh, tries to go for a reset. It was ready and just DPs on those plus frames.
Oh, the second fireball again.
Both sides,
Chickzama.
both sides just ready for both the matchup and each other. Like DPing after that random reset on those plus frames is something you do when you're like, oh, I've fought that person. Yes, it's correctly on the RPS. Anti-air is KillerKitty falling down. Who cares about landing recovery? Just get anti-air.
Just spending the change to deliver. We don't care.
Oh,
We do not care.
Look. All out of chain, counter assault out, it might be fine. But straight into first gate, doesn't cross barely. No, you could still get snowballed by S here. But one hit and KillerKitty would be down. It could be anything. It could be command grab. It could be a 2A catching a jump. It could be guessing correctly on the RPS and putting it 2-2.
I like that. Chicks like specifically aligning themselves right under S for post fireball, like fall down to 2C there, and just in general in the match right now.
That is matchup knowledge. That is something anybody should do against S if they have the movement to do so. Not every character can afford to do it. Most characters can. If you can dash barrier, if you can chain under, if you can do anything, put them in the RPS, they have the falling button, or if they don't falling button, they're in landing recovery, you can punish. They die either way, if you guess right. Although, Kitty is the type of freak, no offense. Not in a mean way. Just air DP.
Yeah, just to delay everything a little bit. First,
just be like, if you try to anti-air, I might clash with that anti-air, or just hit you. And then you're not getting my landing recovery either that way.
Oh, it happened to the 2C with the double jump.
Oh, there's the 6A, just randomly stopping pressure and just being like, okay, are you ready though? You're too scared to jump, I'm gonna try 6A. That's one of the best ways to hit with S6A, that can happen. Jumps over the chain, wasn't quite able to get the punish on the 0 chain smokes earlier, but managed to connect anyways into running some offense, dropping the combo there.
Just runs with B.
But S6B is such a godlike button. It's gonna hit you up there, it's gonna hit you down there. Why not run up to 6B? It has such a generous input too, just hold 6, press B. But Chickzama trying to get the hits in this round, trying to turn it into his favor. See how this goes. Kitty ready for it. IBs and jumps out. But the reset does not quite work. Chick's very ready for it by this point. We've seen it like all tournaments. Kitty, Kitty and Jahvahn, they just do this. Chick securing life lead and ready to zone out the best he can. Looks like it. Just chill with that life lead and try to get any other stray hit.
Get away from me.
This is tricky. 100 meter, that was definitely an overdrive that got slightly mistimed. And
I got me.
into Astral. That is a way to finish the set. Wow.
I think that's the best I've done against Kitty, actually.
Yeah, no, you did fantastic.
Yeah, that was great.
That was amazing. That 6A into Astral, whenever I say Kitty does not miss input 6A, those aren't 665As. Those are Kitty just trying to mental stack you from everything and putting in the weirdest spots ever. Because Kitty knows that that 6A is super slow and anybody's gonna react to it and just like stagger pressure, whatever. But Kitty knows in a random hit in neutral, you might not even remember that button exists.
Yeah.
That's what Kitty plays with. Kitty will do DP into freaking 6A all the time. DP, RC, 6A, and just try to surprise you. That's the kind of player he is. He knows it works, and he made it work right into an Astral there. That was an insane Astral.
That was a
I've
good
seen
confirm
overheads
too,
into
actually.
Astral. I've never seen S overhead into Astral. I didn't even know that was possible. Mass saying they want that $100. Damn right they do. What the heck? Freaking insane play. Everybody just wants everybody dead.
You can buy 4
Everybody
pieces
going-
like ShadyDee got. with $100.
But Shady got him for free.
Yeah, what the fuck, ShadyDee?
Dude, what the hell,
share.
Shady?
Oh my god.
Okay, so this is
Bro,
Haas
not
versus Jahvahn
sharing.
first. This is gonna be Haas versus Jahvahn, who's gonna go fight Chickzama. Think carefully, Haas. We've been here before.
Come on, pick Kagura.
What?
Jahvahn,
You... No, you should kill him just for that. He highlighted your character.
Look, you know what? Actually, no. Jahvahn, I hope you go back to character select after this. Pick your weakest character. Lose the $100, man.
Pick
Why not?
Kagura, you won't.
Come on, do it,
Pick
coward.
Kagura, you won't.
Pick Kagura.
Oh no. I predict a bunch of wyverns in the future.
Oh wait, oops, I forgot to create the
Oh,
scoreboard.
that JB, that button. I remember I dared try to contest token away JB once and learned that don't ever do that again.
I just jump drive.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that. I don't think you're outbuttoning that, but Haas trying to get in at any cost.
Oh!
Doesn't quite work out in the end as Jahvahn takes hits and takes his turn. And you're about to get the game.
Okay, it doesn't even go for attack. Yeah,
Doesn't even go for it, but Jahvahn's not ready for it. He does not have that experience. Somebody's just being like, I don't even care, man. I'm just chilling here. I'm laying on the ground. Stop.
nice 2DA.
Okay, Haas might bring it back, try to snowball it back into his favor. It is Kagura. You do not want to block Kagura. Fantastic bait. You have to punish. He's not quite. He has the right idea, but doesn't have it down yet. It needs some labbing. And the 2DA. Look, you can say you'll block 2DA. I'll believe it when I see it, alright?
Oh, I don't block 2DA, I just parry it.
Down.
Okay, Haas has that first round, but currently getting a hit. Are we gonna see anything funky with that? We do. Run up, and he immediately gets flipped and countered it. Okay. Currently, an interesting show. Turned around just from jumping over. Right now, oh, but back and forth. We're playing leapfrog into an air throw during a friendly situation with no matter what character Jahvahn's on, you're gonna see that.
Yeah.
He's just gonna do that. Interesting. Take them back, which as great as a decision as it sounds, just jump scare somebody, you just put yourself in the corner against Kagura, buddy, and you deserve all the consequences of your actions. But it's 100
Yeah, so there's
meters,
no
but it gets flipped, possibly trying to jump out. Fantastic use of IB there.
Both in red health, so both getting passive meter gain, so they might be throwing out a bit more stuff belligerently.
And we have overdrive on the table for Haas.
Oh, nice delayed burst.
Delayed burst, knowing everybody's ready to bait it.
No!
Oh my freaking god.
I surprised. I didn't block that.
I didn't block that either.
I did not block
Jahvahn
that.
blocked it though, so shout out to him. What the hell?
Though, yeah, damn.
Oh my god. That was the I want you dead 100%.
I respect it.
Fantastic setup attempt from the earlier 2DA after RC. Okay, once again, cornered by Kagura. In a situation yet. Does not matter if Haas can keep getting these hits from Jahvahn, not quite navigating the neutral against Kagura too well until that.
For once, Stacy doesn't hit. For once.
The first time you'll. This is the first and last time you'll see that.
True. Little loopy.
Okay, Jahvahn still does not have life lead. He has to do something to get in, but if Kokonoi gets time set up, have fun. Graviton? Gravitons, anyone?
Nah.
Yeah. But,
I don't think they die off
Oh, no, you are.
Oh,
They're
right.
dead.
I forgot about Absolute Greed.
yeah,
Absolute
no, we have
greed.
overdrive on the table, we have so much meter, that's that.
Okay.
What I'm noticing
Instant
is
rematch.
Jahvahn is putting himself in terrible situations a lot, but Haas is not yet ready to capitalize it. Freaking Kagura has huge buttons and huge ways to just control a lot of the screen, and even in just safe ways sometimes. A lot of these ranges play more patient, but he keeps going in, and so you see these leapfrog scramble scenario. But if Haas adapts in time, he might just be able to let Jahvahn corner himself and just base control him to death.
Oh, so this is back to 2 wins. So
Yep.
Yeah.
So
No.
That PP threw the flash kick.
that was freaking insane.
Nice.
Oh, that is a hit, but you don't quite see the craziest combo out there. I'm not even sure if you can. I'm not knowledgeable enough of Kagura, but nonetheless,
JC.
the lower your HP goes down, the more of a chance Kagura would have, unless your burst speed is on a drop. There's still a chance. Look, I'm just saying all these times Jahvahn
slingshot.
cornered himself, it's not impossible. If you run good enough stagger,
oh, he could have done Wyvern.
chance. That last time Wyvern failed him, scared him too much to try
Wyvern on
again.
there.
Even though it was mid-screen, the Wyvern might have just pushed him out of range, but I understand the fear from before. Air throw call out, fantastic by Hawk. This is the scenario I mean, of like, this is a fantastic space control scenario, and Jahvahn getting himself put in there. Although, Kokonoe can do so many things to just get set up and make you overpaid.
I really like that.
But
That's a really cool decision. Nice GDA.
that was
Also,
a
also use the low crush setup of his jab there.
that was phenomenal. That was amazing, actually.
That was a great round for Haas.
Yeah, Haas using the Graviton's to his advantage, just running up with the flash kick at that point, bringing it to you, is your mistake.
Oh, doesn't take 6-3C.
I like these 6Cs even if it didn't work out. Just try to space control all the jumpiness. If you get hit, you're dead.
Okay, just slightly evade the shock trap.
Oh my god.
That juicy, fantastic
Max
flex
round.
on Sakura again when he's in range for it, and that was a godlike RC Vamos. Hey,
Command grab.
Super
okay,
Bowl?
why not?
Never mind, just 5B. 5B, 5B, 5B.
Okay, you're
5B,
getting
5B,
barriered
5B.
out though. This is when you want to just be hardcore running the freaking jump catchinator. 5As, 2As, 5Bs, 2Bs, your character has too many lows. 2DA block, plays it safe, does not cancel, barely lives.
Oh, it's capitalized though.
Okay, but this is still a bad situation.
There it is.
Okay, mistimes the command grab.
Take command grab.
Triple. Tries to
Oh,
overdrive.
what?
Okay,
He has no barrier.
this is an intense. Yeah, if you build enough meter and pressure, you got it. Also, if he's in the air, any air blockable, and Kagura is not.
Oh,
He's dead.
All it
nice.
takes. You know what? Why not? That was
Go for
yeah,
phenomenal.
it's not like he can push 2DA out with barrier.
Jahvahn playing defense very, very well there. He's using barrier to push out Haas, and Haas is not quite ready on how to deal with barrier as Kagura. But the issue with that is he ran himself out of barrier so much, and he's so jumpy, impatient, and passive that he keeps basically chilling in corner, wasting all his barrier until he ran out. And when you run out of barrier, you are in an awful scenario in neutral. Any hit, you might as well lose. Kagura
Okay.
standing still, farming aura.
Nice, just like
And
little 2B to sneak under the JC.
Turns around. Jahvahn deciding, I don't want to be cornering myself anymore. Why don't you do that? Oppressive Kokonoe pressure as always into just getting flash kicked. Why would I hold that? That's all Haas.
Again.
Another one.
Just Haas does not have any
Another
reason
one.
to hold that. He does not care.
Nice example.
Just get out. Okay, but this is a hit. You're hit by Kokonoe with 15 meter. You guess wrong, you get hit by the most broken duration in the game, but Jahvahn doesn't even decide to do that. He just decides to go for 2 resets in a row for like no damage, but the point is, you're dead next hit. And that's all Jahvahn needed to take that round.
Hell yeah.
This is potentially set point for Haas. Haas could lose, but he has a chance to turn it around. Any hit on Kagura could just be the game. Oh, but Jahvahn is not too far off the KillerKitty and just rise to a match. Honestly, all of Texas, I see.
JC.
Okay. He just fantastic position. Amazing space control there, just jumping out, going over any 3C. Such limited options for Jahvahn to get out. He's pressing any of them, and if he guesses wrong, he could die for it. Fantastic.
Cute little back
Amazing plays.
Cute little backdash check.
I think Haas isn't quite ready to do things like JC at the right time to catch like 3C, but JC being as big of a weapon as it is, oh, Mecha Man grab, Jahvahn also showing his age here.
Yeah.
Okay, this could be anybody's. Resources are not too different from both sides.
What?
Whoa. Okay.
Good again.
Made it so safe.
Look.
That actually
Don't
did make
do
it
again,
safe.
because after that, they're like, I'm just
No
gonna
way.
do that again now. I don't want that ever happening again. 60 fantastic choices again of just, you keep jumping out, go for it. But it gets locked
Nice delay
into
on that.
more pressure. He was ready for all of these. Unfortunately, mistimes that RC frame trap. Unless he thought maybe he could get a mix in the cheek.
Oh
JB
no.
and Gods.
Not quite. Jahvahn with 100 meter on the board could just do whatever he wants to take it here. This
Are we going
is
for
an
Astral?
awful situation for us, and that will be that match. Look, ran away with overdrive, sends Super Ball out, which I'm sure probably busts the Super Ball too. I'm sure it's not different from any other super. You still have 50 meters Kokonoe. Your Kagura with
That was
Kagura
it.
movement. Sure, maybe Wyvern, but that's an awful situation to be in.
A shuddering thought indeed.
Look, when you see Kokonoe as 100 meter, you have to do nothing but think about what way she is going to try to ruin your life next. Speaking of somebody's life getting ruined next, let's
It'll
see
be
this
Chick
next
versus
set.
Chick versus Jahvahn, the run back.
Yep,
Bro. Back to back S.
Hydrogen
Pain
Bomb versus
Freckle.
Coughing Baby. I think it's more like Hydrogen Baby versus Coughing Bomb.
Yeah.
You put up a good fight, Haas.
Yeah,
Good
that was
stuff.
really good.
I don't even know if I can really say who the baby is there. I'm gonna say Jahvahn, because Jahvahn, that guy deserves to be in a
Damon and
locker. I hate
Baby.
that guy. He sucks.
Damon
Thumbs
and
down
Baby.
to Jahvahn.
If Jahvahn has 100 haters, I'm one of them. If he has 50 haters, I'm one of them. If Jahvahn has no haters, I'm not alive.
He's
So
Birdly in real
true!
life, bro. He's Birdly. He deserves all the hate.
He actually is just Bruce.
He really, look, when he freaking picked that profile picture, it is literally that one meme of the Green Goblin mask taking over.
Whispering to him.
Birdly just started freaking corrupting him. And
I
he
don't
was
think he
already
needed help.
Birdly. So
I would
that's
say
like
he was
Birdly
already
squared.
Worsened his habits. For real, for real.
It got worse.
Berkeley.
Like, man, you thought you lost all hope for. You lose
You know,
last
I'm noticing a
bit of
disturbing lack
additional
of
hope you
justice.
didn't even know you had.
You know, there's been no justice in this tournament. I'm gonna move to Texas. Y'all have a Cockham in there. Don't worry, I'll save y'all.
There's not enough freaking justice.
Is there? No, there's not enough lycanthropy. You guys need a Valkenheim. I'll move to Texas and
No, there is
you guys
I've seen a Vulcanine. I saw one at Texas Showdown.
Yeah, we have a
Oh,
vote.
cool.
There's a Vulcan.
I'll kill him.
Whoa!
That's insane. Trying to...
Only you can be
Look,
the
this
only
is Alpha
Vulcan.
Wolf trying to assert
Dog,
dominance. or
doggy,
something. I don't know
dog,
what's going on
doggy,
there.
dog world. Doggy, dog
Doggy
world.
dog world. Okay, we have Chickzama versus Jahvahn. Hasman S once more.
Lay it on.
Jahvahn currently trying to run pressure, but Jahvahnn's having none of it. Can we all boo Extreme Sonic in the chat for calling Deltarune Delta mid? And now back to commentary. Jahvahn is running pressure, trying to keep Chickzama locked down as much as possible, taking the hit and running with it for almost 4K.
That was a terrifying little setup there.
And Astro tried to didn't quite work out. It looked like a JC, it was actually a JD, and it just beat you right after overdrive, which it can happen to anyone.
Happened to you. Happened to your granddad.
Those shoulder checks by S are just reminding me of the Subway Slammer.
Oh my god.
This whole tournament mine for the slamming.
This,
Gotta go for the Grand Slam.
insane reads
that's
there
just
that
awesome
does not
today.
pay off. Like, he just wants to freaking air throw you out. But Chickzama not having none of that. Taking turns, or not. Jahvahn reads the safe, runs away. Holding no mix. But Jahvahn finding these stray hits in neutral, jumping around, trying to be as annoying as possible to snipe the chain, and just taking a stray hit in the corner.
Install into
Okay.
what does that do for the year exactly?
I'm not actually sure.
Like
I can
why
yap
not cancel the
that
knockdown
first
to
date.
install?
I can yap about a lot of weird character matchup things.
Yeah.
However,
It could be a meaty
I don't know
setup.
what the heck that was. All I know is I don't want to deal with S install. Just in general, nobody uses it like that though.
I 6A. Hardpoint 6A.
Oh, you know, if it works, I'll let you. You have that. But yeah, Jahvahn just freaking steamrolled as much as he can, trying to take that person and just snowball and run away with it. But currently, we're back to Scramble City until Chick lands a clean hit. Right into a 60, but that would be the end of pressure there into Jahvahn taking his turn instead. Neither side is getting the block. Neither side wants to block.
Both sides want to hurt each other.
Yep, but Jahvahn gets a stray JB into a clean RC into the corner. Tries to go for a late air dash against overdrive, but did not get punished. Just safe jump and one right through it.
Unfortunately, lost the trade.
Yep. These overdrives are not a bad call at all. You're just using time so barely wrong. I think overdrives are the play. If you're freaking Hazama blocking S, that's gonna be your main way to just try to get out and kill him. How else are you gonna, what else are you gonna do against S? Try to 5D while you're freaking 5 miles away?
Maybe.
2A, get frame trapped, or just get put into another baby situation. But Jahvahn does not want to even let you get a chance to breathe. Ending the meter to just try to continue turn, getting a hit right in the corner again. To deal with that shenanigans.
Get a little cross up into the side split.
But
Kill this shit.
Chick finds a way to escape, but not quite yet able to capitalize on it. But more drops. Tries to beta burst. Late overdrive, not a bad call, but Jahvahn chose to just keep it safe and ran away with that match. These overdrives are so barely not working out. It seems like Jahvahn is very ready for all of these overdrives, at least in the surprise scenarios like that. He was baiting the burst, and he didn't get greedy. He wasn't like going, oh, I think you're gonna jump out and my 5B will clip you jumping out, or like a 2B. He goes with 5A and 2A, he just
I think he weighed that Chick would want to do an overdrive combo more than a meter EA.
Yeah, he's gotten the reads on every that was a funny whiff in neutral that did not end his life. Instead, he gets a stray JD insane combo that did not finish up. I don't blame him. That was an insane hit.
Movement.
Okay, cannot take advantage of that RPS at that range at all. Catches you trying to think, oh, I was gonna instant over it. Nope. A 3C. But a fantastic stance flash kick there. Take your turn right off that. Very good combo by Chick, right into 3K. Okay, run up 6B. Run up.
Oh, the cross.
I don't blame Jahvahn. Jahvahn just has the read, he just went in.
Bam.
That button.
Right.
Look, you're gonna try stamp or something, and you're just gonna get a hit. That was insane. 60 round starts did not pay off, but did not get us punished either. Very tricky because of the frame traps you can do right after 6B, but not get punished on the stance either here from Chickzama. Oh, once again, guessed wrong on this overhead. There was no meter or enhancement on the table, but I understand. If he guessed right, S dies, and she sometimes just wants that meter. Clean hit, little combo here. We'll see what Chickzama chooses to do to run pressure right after. I understand being afraid
final
of
JC.
that final JC. Dude, everybody's hit by that.
Yes.
Oh,
DP.
Why hold anything? Jahvahn has 100 meter on the table. That's terrifying to deal with on offense, but that's terrifying to run offense on. Oh,
Right
the
in the whole
and we
thing.
haven't seen that represented too much this tournament, but it connects and works out fantastically to rob that round. No chance for Jahvahn to take the leader at all. Fantastic chain into
Chick might have
JD,
down.
and it's simple, just in a neutral, but barely does not get the continued combo.
Chick might have been out.
You might be able to bring it back. Always possible.
No, this is the best narrative to bring it back.
That might have also been another attempt at overdrive. It's tricky because when S knows you're gonna look to overdrive it, you can just not do it, or just do it at a weird time.
Yeah, what's the install? We had an install, I don't know. We get combo polarity he... Oh, but it doesn't drop,
I know I don't know the super install, but I can call the other one Boars.
Oh, Boars, right.
Yep.
Oh.
That is very unfortunate. Scramble into a random throw, which is not a bad idea at all to just surprise you when you're not expecting it. When you're holding barrier, out of all of these scrambly neutral situations, it's tough. Those hits jailing you down, if you try to let go of barrier early to try to tech a throw, you could just get air unblockable.
Yeah.
And if you don't let go of barrier, they can just be like, what if I cut out my air normals, and suddenly all that hit stop, all that blocks and everything is all gone. They just run up, they throw you, all you have left are your reactions to save you, and they're gonna be a bit slower while you're still holding barrier. Players like Jahvahn will take advantage of this a lot. Any character that gets barriered out a bunch loves to do that to you. And that is all it takes to just finish off a round. Mental stack.
S-Mirror final?
all
Is
the way
Jahvahn gonna pull up with the S-Mirror?
I'd
I
bet money
I
you
feel
would.
like if every S I've talked to hates the mirror, but I want to freaking see it. I want to see it. We have an
Bro,
S
why'd I have
mirror-
3 messes back to back?
Because you're freaking
Wear you down.
Texas. It's like saying, why do I have to deal with so much like S and 9 in Texas? It's like, you know.
I always say that. though.
I
How
mean,
many
you're playing the
Hosmas you
snake
got there? You're the
character.
only one? You might need to get more Hosmas. Bring some more in.
No one else plays Hazo. I'm telling you. Like, I'm trying to get people.
somebody.
I'm trying.
Look. Show the insane clips of you just chaining in full screen into a throw until winning the round. Do it into Astral, and then people will be like, what? Freaking air throw full screen into Astral? I gotta play this character.
You'd be sick though. Oh, okay. We're starting with Coconut.
Okay. Unhappy Distraction, 1? Okay, good choice. I don't like Unhappy Distraction 2 very much.
We've got an S versus Kokonoi Grand Finals. People are picking strong characters. Makes sense. It just makes sense.
This is why the dog is
Alright, we're putting bets.
Big bets? Oh my god.
The 6-8.
Where is my button?
Fantastic punish on that. You whiff that, you get hit, you die.
Alright.
Okay, but literally manages to just escape all the Kokonoi shenanigans here. And we'll see how Jahvahn feels about dealing with his own character right now. I remember, look, I went on a S matchup journey way back. I talked to every S player, asked for advice, stuff like that. Jahvahn told me he does not know how to deal with his own character, I think. Like, I asked him for advice, he's like, I don't freaking know. When I fight S, it freaking sucks, man.
There's a KillerKitty that's still weirdo, freak if you will.
Kitty is a freak in the way you should be with fighting games.
Yeah.
At least I'm a KillerKitty fan. There's a few people that are gonna hate me for saying that, but like, I like his freaky options that he represents. I think he's very smart. Doing things that seem dumb can be very smart in a first-to-two setting. As long as it's not something you can just beat by just existing. It's very smart.
Look, we love freaky
Oh,
players
that's
and
cute.
Big Blue Central Freakston.
It is Freak Central. Freak Central.
Alright, prediction is up. Vote now with your phones and your channel points.
I don't have a point.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
gamble your fake channel points while they're playing for real money.
Everybody
Damn.
gamble your channel points on who you want to win $100 million.
as a Hoffman Valkenheim player, Uncle Sam pointing at you, I want you to gamble.
Vote for your favorite
Yeah, that's
contestant
right.
on Total Drama Island today.
You can follow the channel right now and get points.
Good evening, campers.
Follow the channel right now.
Oh, that
It
match
had-
on the 6A.
Someone has informed me that Goku has almost mastered Ultra Instinct. Not
Kitty won $100. Kitty freaking got hit on that mash and just immediately bursted Jahvahn back in the corner. And Jahvahn tries the burst out, doesn't work out for him. Both sides are just like, I want you dead. Stay in corner, I need you dead. I'm gonna run pressure until you blow up and die. Please give me $100.
Please, please.
I am no longer.
All of these attempts to catch guesses on the IOH was in death range from an IOH RC, but Jahvahn did not fight, and Jahvahn and his team eventually turn it around. Gets that great hit on KillerKitty, puts you in Super Ball, gets take a billion in. You thought there was balanced scaling in this game? Not when we forget how Super Ball works.
Get out.
Okay, but looks like Kitty might barely take that anyways. Jahvahn had that combo down, but it just did not work in the end.
Will a style switch?
Yeah. I
No.
would like
Yeah, he's gonna
the
commit.
commentary
No,
table
we're
to know
committing?
I am no longer impartial. I put 40k on Jahvahn.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah, I will.
That's a lot
can't
of K.
gamble. That would be done in part.
It's like at least 40.
I am whole. I cannot be partial.
What's the round start? 60 round start again, not taking the risk to try to punish it or anything or take turns. I understand completely. Both sides have been playing it mostly safe until that round start though. That was the interesting thing. They're playing very safe in general. Both sides seem pretty scared of each other.
Play
They're playing Street Fighter full screen.
I was actually gonna ask, are they doing a button check? Round 2.
Did Jahvahn send KillerKitty the message? Hey, real quick, back button. I sent a DM.
Kitty is rooting for his VR chat companion. That's right. We need to get KillerKitty onto VR chat too. I need to see the Kitty in VR
I was
chat.
gonna join the VR chat.
Incredible block by Jahvahn, but what always happens when you block that F and overhead, it's like, okay, cool, you blocked it. You block it again, and he's not. Right into losing the round. Nonetheless, fantastic defense from Jahvahn there. Just can only do so much in a game with so much offensive freedom. Fantastic 3C off that backdash there. Does just punish the 6B. Does no one can just block it and just let it rock free. I want you dead.
Sukuna is pretty real. I want you dead character.
Sukuna is definitely want you dead. She freaking. Have you seen her attitude?
Yeah. she hates
Very
you and
clean
everything
character
you
for how Jahvahn plays.
How dare you inconvenience her and make her move around the screen?
I feel like Kitty plays very different from what I would expect S or an S player to be like, but I like it.
Yeah.
I feel like S to be very simple and straight to the point. But Kitty plays more of an S like, what's the way I can kill you in the most unexpected, mean way?
It's a challenge. Play the simple character in the weird way possible.
Absolutely. Oh, that was a fantastic K2C.
Oh,
Into an air
square.
throw read on the
Oh.
RC air dash JD for Jahvahn to just take that round anyways.
That's why
Amazing.
Jahvah's my go. And I
That
put
was
40.
pretty goated. Look, I dunk on that guy, I'll give him that one. What the hell? What the hell? Keeping pressure simple, just being like, don't you dare try to jump out. If you're not guessing right, you're getting frame trapped.
About to pour it directly into Kitty's hand.
Fantastic mash there.
Oh, there it is.
Into a
It's KillerKitty.
which Jahvahn might just die from this.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like a drop.
Damn.
We'll take the round.
Alright. Final game.
KillerKitty loves playing with that hit stop. Just like, oh yeah, look at all these crests and stuff. Wake up and just throws you. Just meaty throw. Like, you're thinking about
Jahvahn
that.
sticking with it till the end.
Jahvahn is trying to learn Coconut. I think he's kind of just like, I might not win the
Accepted it.
$100 or something.
Accepted
I
it.
might not win like a $50 prize. I'm still gonna win like $25. I'm gonna get practice my character. I've done
Money
well
is
enough.
temporary.
Damn, bro did not pick Okinoe against me. What the heck?
You aren't worth it. You aren't worth the character journey.
I'm
You
so
will not
He
push
might,
into
he
his
might just be
limits.
smacked up or something. We don't know. Fantastic air throw read. Jahvahn is just getting all of these today.
Yes.
Oh,
Very good.
that was very, very impressive there. That will walk back to fake cross up is kind of evil, but Kitty
It's
manages
just a gap
nonetheless.
there.
Tries to go for more cross up right back to Jahvahn, blocks it into just getting hit right after. But blocking these cross ups, he knows his own character, but that crush trigger would be awful. I do not blame his first at all. Put you in corner, deal with my Kokonoe. Does not get in to do super ball in the way
Jahvahn knows the route.
right into a simple throw, but drops the combo.
Well, the super ball hurts him, but still.
He still took a flat 1500 damage. It's not the worst.
Yeah.
Always the drop a punish, not the worst.
Nice challenge, Judy.
These are impressive matches, possibly on reaction. Judy is that slow, and he'll just loses the round anyways.
Potentially, just match point. Well, not potentially, just match
He's
point.
not ready to convert off those 2As and stuff for anything. Backdashes again on the 6P, but instead of going for a punish, wasn't entirely certain, just goes for an air throw read on the jump back. Not at all a bad decision. He's a lot of options. You're not ready for it. Okay, Kokonoe has you in corner. What are you gonna do? Jump,
Oh, you dodged the grab.
throw.
Too bad.
Not a bad idea. Although, like, you could still die. Jahvahn has the HP and the meter to just decide, I want to win. It is not possible. Kitty just running full screen, holding 6. And eventually, it did pay off in the hit Kitty is getting right now. No fear today. Fantastic frame traps, using the plus ring fireball to keep the biggest hit, and Jahvahn had to first that. Jahvahn losing his advantage fast. He might just be dead here because he's got those. Doesn't seem like there might have not been a way to convert off that into death.
This is so scary. You're so low on barrier right now.
Okay, yeah, no
Did you keep
overdrive
rating
to deal
you?
with
Not barrier.
pressure.
Ooh.
You do have meter.
Oh,
Okay.
huge tech.
This is scary.
Oh.
This is terrifying.
That's it.
Amazing air
That's
throw
it.
checks into just a random 5B from KillerKitty to
Fly
take
swatter.
that round.
Boom. That's it.
That was it. That was. You can tell the matchup knowledge from playing that character, but I don't think he has the experience on Kokonoe yet to deal with his own character, and he already has struggled in the mirror before
Yeah.
from the last time I talked to him about it. That is rough. But
Big rough.
those air throw reads from him, he was fighting for his life. But fantastic job to KillerKitty. Congratulations to the champion. Winning big winnings here. Jahvahn just being like, hey, I got practice on when I want to be my new main and still got money, taking it home.
Yeah.
At least I assume you're
Congratulations.
spreading it between top 3 if it's over
Yes.
$100.
Yes, it's top 3.
Very good.
Yeah.
Alright,
Congratulations to KillerKitty 19 for winning Texas Blaze Blue Centrifiction Online Texas number 15.
Yeah. Fantastic work.
Walking away with a nice $52.62. And Jahvahn with $31.57.
Look, you're running away with 31 bucks, you're not losing. But KillerKitty running away with 52 bucks, he is for sure winning.
And thank you for running, Chick. Here's $21.05 for running the whole tournament. No other reason.
No.
No other reason.
No other reason.
Mama. Thank you very much.
Damn, TL's making money? Yo, I'm pocketing. I'm
Thank
like
you for running this
embezzling.
wonderful tournament. Also, congratulations. But you know, just thank you for that too.
Embezzlement? Let's fucking go. That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke, FBI.
FBI right now is just like, damn, this fighting tournament's getting embezzled. This Blaze Blue Central Fiction fighting tournament's getting embezzled. Oh no.
I would not be shocked by surprise involvement in tournaments. We have freaking Fuzz getting taxed on his freaking tournament winnings, man. Like,
Lol.
anything can happen.
It's the Fuzz and not Fuzzama.
Oh no.
Oh god.
We're gonna the Texas scene is gonna get involved in a RICO filing. It's like, what the hell?
What?
What the hell?
Also, join my new tournament server. Smile.
Yeah, everybody join Chickzama's new tournament server. Which I'm very impressed you put like every VOD you've ever had of tournaments ever in a channel there. That's actually awesome.
I figured might
If
as
they're
well.
not all in replay theater, I might upload them.
Yeah, there's actually one from freaking Doomhammer in there from the VTuber room.
I already uploaded that one. When
Damn.
I said I uploaded every plat set NA, I was not kidding.
That's crazy. Insane.
I dug into every single Start GG and Challenge account and literally looked through all their tournaments and saw any
Insane
stream
work.
matches. So yeah, every Plat and AVOD is on replay here, including the VTuber tournament in the entirety. It didn't just upload Doomhammer; all of it is on there. If anyone wants to see an awesome VTuber tournament,
Well, I can buy lunch now.
yeah. What, dude? I'm gonna ask the winners what they're gonna spend the money on. I'm always curious about that. I don't usually have fun ideas with like my tournament winnings. It's usually like, oh, I'll put it into like an art com or something or donate to charity. It's like I don't need the excess money. I'm not gonna buy like a candy bar for it. That's such a waste.
Aren't you a saint?
Aw.
I'm
Like-
buying 15,000 candy bars with my winning.
Yeah!
That's kind of king stuff right there. I'm not gonna lie. I might think it's a waste, but if you get enough candy bars, you can just drown in them. That might actually be pretty impressive. Take a photo.
I
That's
would
insane.
feed my candy bars to my horse girls. For my
Bro.
addiction.
I'd buy a horse.
Although we will be finishing up.
Just I would be like on his.
Yeah,
I would be on my horse for all my tournament sets.
Okay, that is a good practice commentary for whenever I commentate the Carl tournament sometime.
Smile.
As you have fought no Carls.
Commentating is hard. I'm used to following matches I watch really easily
Yeah.
because I'm not playing. But then
Yeah,
when having to talk over it, the action per minute actually goes up so much that it becomes hard to follow everything again.
Well, I mean,
Speaking of which, I'm gonna like announce that soon, TM. So watch out, Smile. And before the raid dies, we're gonna go ahead and raid 8. Alright, bye!
Keep tabs on the Chickzama Twitter / Blue Sky for the Carl tournament and future tournament updates.
True. Alright, bye.
Bye.
Bye.